that whichever university you join, and you can even tell your friends, whichever university they are joining, let them check whether it's an accredited institution and whether the program they are undertaking is approved. Fortunately, all our programs, whether you are doing education, medicine, clinical medicine, BCom, all of them are accredited, and you can use the system I've given you. Just go to the Commission for University Education and check whether they are listed in their website. As a surprise to you, currently we are having many universities in Kenya. In fact, about 70-something or 80. And the private ones, I think they are about 30 or 35 around there. Now, all those universities are not at the same level. The highest level a university can get to is to get chartered. To get chartered. You see, like the way you have come for, somebody has come for a diploma. When they finish the diploma, they would wish to do a degree. When they finish degree, they do masters. Masters, PhD. Then they fight to become a professor. You get, those are different levels in the academic cycle. Even universities have different levels. It can start as just a college. Then it move on to be a registered university. The next level is called getting a letter of interim authority. You are not yet a full-fledged university. The highest level a university can get to is to become chartered. Just ask your friend, hey, is MKU chartered? Hebu uliza mwenzako nione kama mnaenda kwa website. Do you go to the system to find out about the university? Maybe I can answer for all of you who don't know. MKU has attained the highest level. It is a chartered university. We say chartered or a fully-fledged university. That means it can offer programs at all levels, even PhDs. You know, there is a university that cannot offer PhDs, or even masters. They are not allowed to offer that. Because the level they are in, they don't have permission to do that. But for MKU, because I know some of you may have come for masters, PhD, and all those levels, we are chartered, and the university was chartered in the year 2011. 2011. Who was the president of the day? I wish I don't have the mic. You know, I'm a teacher by profession. I would ask that question, and I'm sure you can see picha yake hapo. Even this structure is named after him. It was Emilio Mwai Kibaki. Why am I saying this? Because when you get chartered, the president of the day is the one who delivers the charter. Not anybody. Not even Minister of Education. The president of the day. So we were chartered in 2011. And the president of the day, Emilio Mwai Kibaki, may God rest his soul in eternal peace, is the one who came to award the charter to MKU. In a brief way, or in simple terms, if you go back to your town, your estate, or your village, and somebody asks you the question, where did Mount Kenya come from? Forget about the mountain. You know, it was named after Mount Kenya. But where did it come from? Where did it start? The next 2 minutes, listen to my story. Where MKU started from. The seed that has grown to this great university with more than 60,000 students and almost 2,000 staff and many campuses and many other affiliates. The seed that was planted to become what you can see now was planted in 1996. 1996. We are not a very old university. It's only that God has blessed us and we have grown fast because of proper management of the institution. It was planted in 1996, not as a university, but as a small college. Then that college, of course, you start with even 10 students or 20 or whatever number. Then you grow, you market, you start programs, you introduce more. And by the year 2000, I think, 2002, the college had been named Thika Institute of Technology. Even the name Mount Kenya University was not there. It was called Thika Institute of Technology, just like any other university. If you read the story, the history of all the universities, they will start as a college, they metamorphosize like that, and they become what they are now. So even for us, in 2002, it became Thika Institute of Technology, and it transferred. For information, I didn't tell you where it started. It was in Thika town. And then in 2002, it relocated now to where we are. Actually, not here. Can I tell you where? Where you see that big building called Alumni Plaza, there was another smaller building that was constructed then. And it was, of course, that time, it was big. But after growing, it was demolished. So in 2002, after transferring there, and it was called Thika Institute of Technology, then it also continued growing. You know that now that time, it was a middle-level college offering even diploma programs. And the kind of diplomas we were offering, my friends, those days, they were not offered anywhere else. In fact, some of them, we were the first institution to start. And therefore, by the time of 2006, the college had grown. You know the way you can grow, and then sometimes when you grow, you are supposed to be given a new name. We don't have a name called Super College. When a college grows to that level, you don't baptize a Super College. You plan now to change it, to change the status to a different kind of institution. So in 2006, the plan was, the idea came in, and the college was now to become a university. So the application to become a university was made to the body. The body that was allowing colleges to become university was called Commission for Higher Education. Actually, it's the one that was later on renamed Commission for that time it was Commission for Higher Education. Currently, it is called Commission for University Education. They are one and the same thing. So after applying, you are normally given conditions. You are told, you want to become a university? Can you satisfy all these conditions? And therefore, conditions means even having a good library, having classroom, employing more higher level people, and many other things, building more labs. So we were given the conditions, and by 2008, we had satisfied most of them. And therefore, when the inspection was done, we were now told, you can now become a university with a letter of interim authority. It is called LIA. It's still a level of the university. LIA means you look like you can become a university, but you have not satisfied all the conditions. So we were now told to use the name Mount Kenya University, but kidogo kidogo. Just like the way you can have an interim driving license awaiting the main one. So in 2008, we were given that letter. You hear it is even called a letter. It's not even an award. Then we worked very hard, tried to satisfy all those conditions. And in 3 years' time, the inspectors came back. The Commission for Higher Education came back together with the government. And in 2011, I think I had mentioned to you, they came for a major inspection. And fortunately, we thank God, we passed the test, and we were now awarded a charter, and we became a full-fledged Mount Kenya University. So the name Mount Kenya University, we started using it in 2008, and since then, it has become what it is. But let me tell you, even after you are given the charter, that's not the end of the game. You know, you can be told you are a university, then you start going down. So what they do, every 5 years, they come back, they check. You said you can over BCom, and if you over Bachelor of Commerce, you require this. Do you still have it? And that is what they do. Every 5 years, they come for what we call post-charter audit. Now, that is the story of where we came from, and allow me not to go into more details. The university, of course, headquarters, you know clearly is Thika. Of course, in terms of language of university, we call it the main campus. but we have other campuses elsewhere. I'll mention in a minute's time. Now, who heads the university? You know, any institution must have the person who is as the head. If you go to a factory, they call them the CEO, the Chief Executive Officer. In universities, we don't call them CEO. We call them the Vice Chancellor. Every university must have a Vice Chancellor, whether public or private. But there are some countries who use the word rector. Rector, Vice Rector. For Kenya, we use Vice Chancellor and a Chancellor. Of course, there is a Chancellor and Vice Chancellor. I'll tell you all those titles, what they mean in a very brief way. So our Vice Chancellor is Professor Diogresius Jagani. He will come here and address you. He is the CEO. He is the one in charge of the day-to-day running of the university. So all of us, including the principal here, work on behalf of the VC, and every report we do, it has to go to the Vice Chancellor. But allow me to just mention this. The Vice Chancellor, given that he is the one in charge of the day-to-day running of the university, there are two bodies. You'll see them in a chart I'm going to present later. He or she is normally the chairperson of the university management board and university senate. Later on, I'm sure you will capture what they are. There are two very important bodies. Those ones, you must comply with all their requirements. And the chairperson of those two committees is the Vice Chancellor. But on the other hand, when it comes to the higher levels, the Vice Chancellor is the one who takes information to those higher levels. That is the University Council and the University, of course, the University Management Board. I will show you what they are. But before that, a quick one are the campuses of the university. I'm sure the Dean may have mentioned to you, but it's good you see. We have campuses in various places. Go back a bit quickly. Thika, of course, is the main campus. Nairobi, Pakrad. We don't call it Law Campus currently. We call it Pakrad Law School. It is the only campus that over one program, legal studies. So if a student wanted to do Bachelor of Laws, that student will not be in Thika or anywhere else, will be in Pakrad. That one only offer one program or one area of study, and that is legal studies. Then Mombasa, Nakuru, Eldoret, but we are also outside the country. We have MKU Rwanda. But can I also let you know, MKU when you are in Rwanda does not mean Mount Kenya University. It's only that the abbreviations are the same. It means Mount Kigali University. When it became a university on its own, it was a campus. We felt that let's not lose the abbreviation, and because they have Kigali, we called it Mount Kigali University. Then, of course, those are campuses, and there is a difference. I hope you were told, or I can tell you now, there is a difference between a campus and an Odell Center. You see, these ones are Odell Centers. A campus, they are regular students like you. You see, they are day-to-day students. In an Odell Center, we do not have day-to-day students. But students can visit there to seek information. But we don't have regular students per se. So we also have those Odell Centers. Allow me not to go into all of them for the sake of time. And all those campuses and Odell Centers, they are open to you. If you come from Nakuru, and you are not in session in Thika, and you want to inquire on something, kindly don't pay fare and start calling here. No, just enter Nakuru, say your problem. Even if it was the library you wanted to know something about, enter that center or campus, inquire, and you get all the information. They are open to all of us. Then also we have marketing offices. Marketing are just for telling people about MKU, those who want to join. They don't have any other program that they do, or even a library or something like that. We have offices in other countries, Uganda, Somaliland, Burundi, even in Puntland, we have country offices. Some are operate like Odell Centers. But we also have affiliates. Affiliate means we have Mount Kenya University, It is like a branch that was started, and it has a link with the university. Those links are like Equip Africa Institute. Fortunately, recently, they were also incorporated into the running of the university, and we are now engaging them in the student activities, academic activities, and we are calling that unified operation. Therefore, Equip Africa students, can you also feel like you are part and parcel of MKU? So we have Equip Africa students institute that offer TVETA programs and all that. Then we also have Institute of Security Studies. It is major on security matters. We have Graduate Enterprise Academy. Actually, this one, ilikuwa imeenda chini, but we are reviving it. Where, if you are an innovator, a creative person, and you have a project, something that you want to dig deep into, you can be supported through the Graduate Enterprise Academy, and you even create a business out of it. I don't know whether, Dean, you had somebody to come and talk about it, because it's very important. Some of these guys are very creative, and those things are locked in them. You know, our motto is unlocking all the possibilities in you. Some of them are talents. We are going to unlock all of them. And some of them are innovations. We will unlock them and help you even to create opportunities, even jobs, even companies out of it through Graduate Enterprise Academy. Then we have another affiliate. This one is situated on 12th floor. I don't know whether somebody came to talk about it. It is called Center for Professional Development. Let me give you an example. Maybe you are doing a program like BCom, and you wanted to do CPA. You get? Or you are doing BCom with the option of human resource. The professional part of it will not be offered under the academic program. But you can register with the Center for Professional Development and do that program within. Even some of you may think, I also want to become a driver and have a license. Imagine we have a driving school that you can use. Thank you for that. That you can use actually to acquire a driving license. So many things, because we want to be we want you to be wholesome, such that when you are leaving MKU, you fit very well. You either become more so a job creator, and even if you have to be employed, you have all the skills, the knowledge, and anything. In fact, you become competitive enough out there. Now, allow me again briefly to just something called how do we run the university? How? You can ask yourself, with the 60,000 students and all the stakeholders and the staff and all that, and not even at one place everywhere, how do you manage to keep peace? How do you ensure that every student go to class, those staff are paid, that equipment is bought? How is the university run? Now, we have what we call university organogram, just as a grip. I told you the information I give you is just for your information, and it can help you know how universities are managed. Please, can you display that chart? Just display the chart. Yes, good. Privately funded university, the topmost, allow me to use the word organ. Organ, eh? Si wale wamefanya biology mnajua organ, eh? Allow me to use the word organ. So all those are organs that form the structure. The highest organ is called the board of directors. That board of directors, the chairman of the board is the founder of the university. Professor Gisharu, most probably some of you have seen him in the TV, and even now you are privileged, you may see him around, although it's not always here. And of course, other members. If it was a public university, that would be the government. Because, you know, public universities, the ownership is with the government. Privately funded universities, the ownership, you can even find church, family, and all that. Eh? So now, that is it. Then below that, we have another organ. Of course, board of directors even ask people we don't know when they are here. They are not involved in the day-to-day running of the university. No, 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 no. They established the university, they are out. Now we have the University Council, the next organ. I'm sure you hear, even in other universities, University Council. Nairobi, University Council. Kenyatta University, Council. You see, Maseno, every university must have a council. What is the role of the council? And who are the members of the University Council? Can I surprise you? The only employee of the university who is a member of the University Council is the Vice Chancellor. And he or she is normally the secretary to the University Council. All the other members are important figures in the society. People who are selected very carefully so that they contribute to the growth of that institution. And that person can be a doctor, of course, at a very high level. You must pick people who are adding value to the university. And they are normally between 9 and 15. That's the rule of the Commission for University Education. And they meet, allow me to mention for MKU, they meet twice a year. And unless they have other smaller meetings that they want to have. That tells you, though they are at a very high level, they are not used to the day-to-day running of the university. But that body is the one that authorized you to be here. That is the same body that will allow you to graduate. That is the same body that gives approval. In fact, the highest level of approval normally is the University Council. Even when you do exams, the results eventually have to be presented to the council, of course, after you are given and all that. So just try to find out in your own time the role and responsibility of the University Council. Now let's go down there, where I will stop. You can see below that there are two organs. I'll call them organs. The University Senate and the University Management Board. All the members of those two organs are employees of the university, and the chairperson of those two very important organs is the Vice Chancellor, because those are the two that run the university. The Senate deal with academic matters. In fact, as you stay here, you will hear a statement like, have you presented that to Senate? You say you want to introduce a program. The question is, have you presented it to Senate? The exams, have they been approved by Senate? So academic matters are dealt with at Senate. Anything else which is not academic, like, of course, you being here and even taking that soda was not bought by Senate. It was bought by the University Management Board, because they deal with now finance matters, employment matters, construction, advancement of the institution, and many other things. But those two organs, as I told you earlier, they run through committees. In fact, Senate has more than 10 committees of Senate. Can I give you one? One of the committee of Senate is student recruitment, admission, and registration. The committee that recruited you, admitted you, and will deal with all your registration is called the Student Recruitment, Admission, and Registration Committee. It's a committee of Senate. There is examination committee. So the Senate deal with those committees are the ones that take information to the group of members who are called Senate, and they make the decision. Of course, Management Board has only 5 committees. 5 only. One of it is Academic Research, Grant and Innovation Committee. Then we also have finance. You know, we cannot run anything without money, administration, planning, and all that. Then we are dealing with the people, not goods. And we are dealing with the students. So there must be a committee that deals with the student welfare. Unfortunately, the members you see here, myself, Dean, and others, we lead that committee that ensure that when the students are here, accommodation is there. Whether on campus or out there, it's taken care of. Their health issues are taken care of. Sports, talents, and many others. And of course, when they have issues, we have the student governance, because I didn't say that. We have two kinds of governance. The governance I'm talking about, and also student governance. That's led by the MKU leaders and many other committees. Allow me not to go into the details. But of course, below that, members, we have campuses, we have schools, we have departments, we have all that. And please, I hope you were told on Monday, when you are asked the school, don't say, I came from Kanunga High School. Apana. When you come here, forget about where you came from. But there are schools. Actually, the schools are about 13. School of Education, School of Clinical Medicine, School of Nursing, School of Business and Economics, you know, all that. So, and the departments. And I hope you were also told several departments make a school. So a school consists of either not less than one department. Yeah. So a school is a group of departments. They're related, not any department. It is related departments. Can I stop there? I know we can go into the details describing how we run, but generally that's how we do it. And we are all members of some of those committees. The other structure, it may not be very clear. You have not displayed it. It is called University Governance Organization Structure. It may not be clear. But if you come like to the student center, we have displayed it somewhere. You can see now the details. Now it is not the organs, the people involved in the organ. Like if I can mention, we have the Vice Chancellor, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, the Registrar, the Principals, you know, all those titles, you will hear them. But where do they fall in the running of the university? So that one I want to describe. Allow me, I'm almost through. Don't get tired. Dean. Governance. I think I've mentioned something about governance. Governance, I've told you there are two kinds of governance. We have the university governance and student governance. Now, governance is very important, student governance, because like Kenyans are used to the statement. Wajua siku hizi unasikia mtu akisema, what is the crowd saying? You know that statement has a lot of weight, even in a university setting. I may be in my office or dean, but do I really know what the crowd is saying? When you are in your classroom, how do I know what is disturbing you, the problems you are facing, or what you would wish to be done? That is when the student governance come in. Beside the MKU leaders, those ones are even at a higher level. Like when we say academic minister, finance minister, we have other leaders who are very important. And when you elect your leaders at that level, please be very careful. Can you elect people who will represent your interest very well? We call them the class representatives. So when you be in a class, you will call yourself a class. Of course, there are different classes. You must have somebody who will represent your interest and bring them to us. We have more than 600. I think now there are more than 600 class reps. And we normally have meetings with them. When we have those meetings, in fact, I say, we are listening to the crowd. And we take those meetings very seriously. And when I pick that information and take to management, they all keep quiet to listen to what the crowd is saying. That's why when you elect your class rep, can you elect somebody who is not driven by other forces? I think that one is clear. Maybe the last one on governance. The last one on governance is the next chart. The next chart. How do we run your affairs when you are not in the classroom? When you are not in the lecture room? How do we go about what we do as student welfare? And remember, the student welfare is supposed to make sure that even when, the lecturers will come to class and go away. For us, we will be with you throughout. In fact, you may get surprised that the dean of students will be with you 24/7. Because we don't want anybody to go through issues and has no place to take the matter to. So how we do it, of course, the principal student welfare report to the vice chancellor, and then we also have now head of health services, because health services are under us. Whether it is matters of insurance and all that, it is under us. Allow me not to go into the details. Then the dean of students, I'm sure the dean told you what he does. He has a very big baggage over him, together with the deputy dean. And even those in the campuses, they are representatives of the dean. We call them associate deans of students. So they are not disadvantaged. Just because they are not in main campus, they also enjoy the same services. So the dean of student office, allow me a minute to tell you, kindly, that is an office you must know. Because matters of counseling, matters of coordination of sports, clubs and associations, chaplaincy, spirituality, we must grow in all levels. And then, of course, we also have many others which are not listed here that the dean of students deals with. So please, that's an office which is, even when you have charge, I don't know whether you were told, you may have charge of paying fees. I'm not, I hope, Dean, I will say it with a low tone. Sometimes when you have charge of paying fees, just go and talk to the dean. You never know what can happen. Not that he or she or the deputy here will give you money, but they can direct you to where you can get some of those resources. Even other charges that you cannot tell anybody else, go to the dean, and of course you'll be helped, because we want you to have a very comfortable stay in the university. We don't want to have disturbed students on issues that we can sort out. Remember, the current world has so many disturbing issues. Don't allow yourself to be swallowed by them. Whereas we have some of those solutions that we can discuss with you. Now, my last one, I hope I still have 3 or 4 minutes. Okay, good. If I have 3 or 4 minutes, now I have finished introducing you to the university. Now, even when you go to your village, your estate, na mtu akuulize, na hiyo university ulijoin ni gani, mwambie, can you sit down properly? I give you the story of MKU. Can you be able to give at least a story of 1 minute? Where we came from, what we are, and all that. That's why I always like introducing the university to the student in first year, so that they are not in an institution that they have no idea of. Now allow me to just advise. It's like a kind of advice, a talk, something we interact together, not on the university. I want to talk about something called the purpose-driven life. Are you aware that all of us, in fact, we are using the slogan, unlocking infinite possibilities. That means there is something God has put in you that we want to unlock. Even education, even agreeing to come and do a degree. That means you have the potential, it's there. We'll give you a platform. Currently, it is very nice because we use ICT, we use the old style and everything else until we impart the knowledge in you. So there must be a purpose for which you are there. Now, in general, we say there are 5 God-given purposes. This is just for listening. Now, you were planned for God's pressure. Are you aware that pressure means to make somebody happy? Actually, you are supposed to make God happy in whatever you do, whatever I do. Unfortunately, many times we are doing things that annoy God. Let's avoid that. You were also planned for God's family. Si tunamwambia nyinyi ni familia moja. That's why we don't have the room for hatred, room for feeling this other person anafanya nini. No, we are one family, and when we talk of one family, whether MKU family, whether Dhika family, or whatever word we use, even your classroom is a family, that class, that group, your course. So you were planned for God's family, but generally, that's what we mean. You were created to emulate God. You see, everything we do, whether you are Muslim, a Christian, or Hindu, or whoever, you have a power you believe in. You are supposed to emulate that power. And that is where now sometimes we go wrong, because we are not emulating, we are doing other things. Of course, God's forces, they are opposite forces that pull us away from Him. So, but we are supposed to emulate God. And we were also shaped to serve God. Wajua kuna mtu anajiangalia siku hizi, kuna watu wana and that one we are against it. There are people who are these days, particularly young people, students, body shaming and all those nonsense. You were shaped the way you are to serve God and enjoy that. In fact, those who know the Bible very well, and I'm sure Quran or those other books have words similar to that. We are fearfully and wonderfully made. Just enjoy the way you are. The way you are. Whether big, small, tall, whatever, enjoy the way you are. And you'll be one of the most peaceful person. You were also made for a mission. One thing that defines your purpose is there's something you are supposed to achieve. So you know that at university yetu iko na mission. We are calling mission to provide world-class education, research, and innovation for global transformation. Can I tell you the truth? If you go to an institution and they cannot tell you the mission, that's not a full institution. Even us as individuals, you must have something you want to achieve. I'm happy for you guys. Most probably you are saying, I want to, my 4 years, I come out with a first-class honors with this. That's something you have planned. You must have something you want to achieve. You have nothing. In fact, I always say this. If you have nowhere you are going, anywhere will be your destination. Don't be that kind of a person. The other question I would wish you to ask yourself, hii ni ya kutusaidia tu kwa maisha. The other question I want us to ask ourselves is, where we are, of course, we are not in heaven, we are not anywhere, we are on earth. Just ask yourself this question. Don't answer it to anybody. What on earth am I here for? What am I here for in general? You know, it's a good question. Because sometimes when you are confused on what to do, you just ask yourself, what on earth am I here for? And how do I start off? It's good to have these points that when you are in such a situation, even like now, some of you are very tense, wondering what lies ahead of me. This program I've taken, what is there for me? What am I supposed to do? Let me tell you, whether you believe in what, it all starts with God. That one I don't need to emphasize. And one other thing you have to know, you are not an accident. Nobody is an accident. Mtu akwambia wewe ulitoka umefanya. Nobody is an accident. Doesn't matter how you were born, where you have come from. Nobody is an accident. Everybody has a purpose for which they are supposed to do. In fact, the other one which I hope Dean will give me 2 minutes. You must ask yourself one thing. You know, if we have vehicles have them. You see, you can have a petrol, you can have diesel. These days we have hybrid. They can use both. Even the high level now is electric. I don't know which next. Maybe nothing. Because technology is moving very fast. Now, you as a human being, you must ask, what drives me? I have 5 drivers I'll give you later. Of course, the other things are you can read for yourself. There is reason for everything, but allow me not to go into all that. What I want to concentrate on is some of those drivers. Now, drivers, please, this is very interesting. I don't know whether to me, even when I talk about it, it interests me. What drives your life? Everyone's life is driven by something. Don't cheat somebody at me naenda tu. Mi nafanya mambo tu. No, you are driven by something. Even waking up, my friends. Even me planning, didn't telling me, Mr. Wawero, you are going to speak to the student. That was a driver. You get? To drive is to guide. There's something that guides you or control. In fact, 3 words. It is to guide, control, direct. I know you can go AI and find out the meaning of those words. They have similar connotation in meaning. Guide. You see, there are people even call guide. They are control. They are direct. You know. There are so many drivers of life. In fact, can I mention 2 of them or 3? And you get surprised. Do you know there are people who are driven by problems? Problems. They drive them. There are people who are driven by pressure, Usipomweka kwa situation ambayo tense. That person cannot make decisions. Others are driven by deadline, like us, the staff. The dean will send a memo and tell us, by this time, I want this. Huyo jamaa, saa hiyo ndio ataamuka saa 6, saa 9. Driven by deadlines. Others are driven, the worst bit, some are driven by painful memories. Others are haunting fears. All the worst is unconscious belief. Na hiyo ni mingi sana. But allow me, out of all those, allow me to mention 5 of them. You can pick just this one I'm telling you so that you ask yourself, if I'm driven by this, can I go the right direction? So, there are 5 main drivers of our life, including our principal here who is talking to you. Many people are driven by guilt. Guilt. They allow their past. In fact, the statement I will read will surprise you. They allow their past to control their future. You know what we say in life? And that's something that's very common. We are supposed to be products of our past, but we should not be prisoners of that past. I know when I see her, I should be finalizing. You hear? Don't be a prisoner of your past, but pick your past, use what you can use, the rest throw it away. The fact that this year you got an E, you got an E in one of the units. That does not mean the next semester you are going to get an E. Don't be driven by the past or become a prisoner of your past and say, because I failed yesterday, failure is my component. My friends, let's move out of that. Don't be driven by some of those guilty things. Many people are driven by resentment and anger. Oh, imagine. Instead of releasing their pain through forgiveness, they rehearse it over and over in their mind. Do you know there are guys who say, wacha huyu jamaa tupatane na yeye. Ataniona. Those are people that are driven by anger and they don't forgive. Do you know, actually failing to forgive somebody, it will hurt you who is not forgiving rather than the one who was to be forgiven. So, kaidre, resentment hurts you more than it hurts the person you resent. Take note of that. Allow me to move faster for the other 3, then I sit. Others are driven by fear. Fear. Regardless of the cause of fear, fear removes confidence. When you fear, even for information, if I feared when I was there, I would not have the confidence to come and stand here. If you feared when you were applying for that program, you could not have joined us. So don't be driven by fear, because it will erode your confidence and you miss opportunities because you'll be afraid to venture out. In fact, some of us, as parents and even people who are working, fear makes us not even to start business, because what if I start and I fail? You get? So fear is a self-imposed prison that prevents you from becoming what God intended you to be. Others are driven by materialism, and of course, this is where our politicians are. They are very good. They have a very good driver, materialism, because they believe in getting more and more, and until they become corrupt, let us not be like them. Materialism is not bad, but let it not drive you negatively. Because they think, when you are driven by materialism, you always think getting more will bring happiness, and it may not be the case. Others are driven by need for approval. I know young people like you falls under this, that unless somebody tells you that coat you have worn is good, you fear standing before people. That's wrong. These people allow expectation of others to control them. Don't also be driven so much by peer pressure. Sometimes students wanakosa kidogo, tunawaita disciplinary, anakuambia, my friend told me that is being driven by peer pressure. Can you be your own? Can you stand for something? Can you have principles and values and stick to them? As you stay here in MKU, don't be swayed. You see, like a branch being pushed this side and that by the wind. Please don't be like that. Stand in for something. Even here we ask you, don't follow the crowd. In fact, here I tell people, don't follow the crowd, follow the timetable. Asubuhi utaamka, ukute kuna wengine wanatoka university, ufikirie university imefungwa. Nani amekwambia? You are coming at 9. There is somebody who had a class from 7 to 9. Yeah, anaenda kukula breakfast. Na wewe unaingia. You find some guys basking in the sun. Dean, is it? You think the class is not there. Those guys are there because they are waiting for a class. So follow your timetable. Don't follow people so much. I'm not saying you should not have friends and all that, but follow the timetable and have a purpose. So those people who don't try to discover their purpose. They live a very trivial, petty, and pointless life, and it can lead them nowhere. So knowing your purpose gives meaning to your life. Knowing your purpose simplify your life. For information, you don't struggle. When you know I've come here for study, and this is the direction I want to take, you live a very simple life. Mambo ya kuuliza ni wapi pombe inauzwa mzuri, ni wapi bangi iko, that will not be part of you, because you know why you came here, and it will make your life very simple. You not collide with the rules and regulations that are there in the student handbook. It focuses your life, and of course, knowing your purpose motivates you. It makes you work harder. I always tell students, if you want to achieve something, can you visualize it in your mind? The VC will come here with a gown. I want you to borrow this. Ask yourself, my God, I want to wear that gown. Then when you have that in your mind, you say, can I work towards wearing that gown? You know, you are visualizing your future. And after that, you work towards that future. And of course, knowing your purpose help you to deal with what matters most. And the rest are details. I don't have time. Allow me to stop there. But summarize with this, Madam Purity. Just 1 minute, I summarize with it. I want to advise you. Can you go to where we have a quick one, strategies. A quick one. Purity, I'll take 1 minute. Strategies to fight some of those things. Concentrate on your strength. Is it there? Yes. Concentrate on your strength. Remember your past success. You know, that will help you, pull you. Don't always think. Don't become a prisoner, but your past success can help you make it better. Rise up and go for it. Challenge yourself. I always tell students, there is no time you are going to tie something with a rubber band which is not stretched. At Usembe, all of you know rubber band. Is a rubber band used when it is not stretched? It's not useful. Can you also reach a stage where you say, particularly with the current world, I need to stretch a bit so that, you know, when you are told, Kaidre, wake up earlier. Now you are in school. You are no longer, and you are in university, not primary school or secondary. You must stretch yourself. You have come for Bachelor of Medicine and Surgery. It will require you now to even stretch yourself more. So, rise up, challenge yourself to grow your faith. Of course, avoid being always negative and pessimistic. I told you to visualize your future success. Recognize. Lastly, I will not read the others. I think we can put it on the screen. One thing I always like us to do, even myself, I tell myself that. Recognize your insecurities. None of us is perfect. Even you as students, you are joining MKU. You are not perfect. You have your own weakness. Recognize them. And when you recognize them, can I first define to you what are those? This is normally a voice at the back of your mind that make you feel ashamed of yourself. You feel unworthy, ashamed, and inferior. None of us does not have those insecurities. Now, I always do it. Of course, it's not true. I always say, ni kama zinakaa hapa. Every time you want to make a decision, inakwambia, wewe, you want to build a house? Do you think you can make it? You want to do this? Those are insecurities, and each one of us has them. Try to discover them, and that is why we have counseling, mentorship, people like us whom you can come with experience and we discuss and talk. Remember, something that is talked about is half solved. Don't sit there thinking you are the first one to face that problem. No, no, no. Thousands others have faced it and overcome. So don't sit back. And of course, you must be thankful to God and avoid, of course, pity. And I always say, if you don't have anything you stand for, you will fall for anything. Don't be that kind of a student. And of course, do make sure you surround yourself with nice, good friends who will help you become what God wants you to become and what you also aspire to be. With those many words, the Principal Student Welfare welcome you to Mount Kenya University, and God willing, we will be together to ensure that you achieve the objective and the purpose for which has brought you here. Karibu sana, and we will be together with you. Asante.
Can we appreciate our principal? Let us appreciate him. Let us appreciate him. Everything happens for a reason. I'm sure if you had come on Saturday, they would not have had the opportunity to get to hear all that they have had today. Thank you so much. I just have a few announcements. I'll ask Priscilla, come here. Priscilla, she's a beautiful girl right here. And Nicole, former sports minister, where are you? He was here. So Priscilla will be taking a list of all international students. International students, kindly make sure you register your name with with Priscilla. We have a program called STEP. A STEP program which allows our students to be trained, and they also are shown how to do business, and they do business for a whole month. So as Nicole comes, again, I'll be bringing him here so that if you're interested, you can register with him. You can sit down. You have seen her. At the next announcement, allow me to welcome Madam Lillian. Yeah, on psychosocial education. Can we appreciate her? Let us appreciate her. We do not want any of you to miss an opportunity to be trained or to be assisted to become better in managing yourself. Tell us a little bit more about psychosocial education and what they need to do in order to join. Thank you.
Can you hear me? Yes, I think you can. Please wave at me. Good morning and welcome, all of you. We are full house, and it's so good to see all of you. My name is Lillian. I will take a minute to just say why I'm here. Lillian Kasanga. I am coming from an office called Mind and Beyond Counseling Program. And we are here offering something we call psychoeducation, a number of weeks kind of program that is available to those who will sign up. We need people to sign up who are serious, who want to learn, who want to grow, who want to be mentored, and who will commit a couple of weekends to attend that training. And so if you're interested, there will be a team that will be also registering for the Mind and Beyond psychoeducation program. You will get to see them and you can put out your name. But if only you're serious about that. Otherwise, mine is to welcome you to Mount Kenya University and to say that you have done well to find your way here. And community, connection, and purpose, I cannot even add beyond what Dr. Oro has said, that you need to connect with community. Don't isolate yourself. Don't live alone. It's a pandemic in many other nations abroad, but here we can connect with each other. So connect with people and know yourself 2, purpose. You're here for a reason. There's something only you can do. There's value only you can add. Come and do your part. And there's a lot of support all around you. Plug in to the community and grow and thrive and flourish and stay away from anything that would hurt your future. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you so much. I correct myself. It is psycho-education. So those of us who have gone through the program, we have been transformed. So you are being given that opportunity. And as she says, it is only for those who are going to sign up. Mr. Fubwa, just come and make your announcement. And then I'll invite Madam Banis to take it up from there. Mr. Fuba was here last week for those who are not here, and he's in the career office. Thank you.
10 minutes. My seniors, principal, student welfare, dean of students, deputy dean, my colleagues, yes, and my students, good morning. Good morning. I hope 1 or 2 weeks later you are doing well. You have adopted the thicker life, and you are doing well even as we start your classes. I just want to catch up with those who are not here by the time we were having the first orientation, and just to inform of them about a few things concerning IDs. You took your photo for student ID, and it's the Department of Student Registration that deals with that, under the Directorate of Admissions, Registration, and Career Services. And therefore, we have scheduled collection of IDs as follows: that the School of Pharmacy, Public Health, School of Clinical Medicine, Medical School, and School of Engineering, they'll be picking their IDs as from 4th yesterday to 6th of September. That's who are on ODEL program. ODEL program. Then we have School of Pharmacy, Public Health, School of Clinical Medicine, Medical School, and School of Engineering who are regular. You are supposed to pick your IDs as from 8th to Tuesday, 8th Monday. That's Monday 8th to Tuesday 9th, September 2025. School of Education, School of Education Beda, you'll pick your IDs on Wednesday 10th, those who are doing arts. Then School of Education doing science, SNE, ECD, and SNE diploma and ECD diploma. You will pick your IDs on 11th of September 2025, that's on Thursday. Then School of Computing and Informatics, and then School of Hospitality, you will pick your IDs on 12th of Saturday and 13th of September consecutively. Those 2 days have been assigned for you. And then we have School of Business in Economics, School of Business and Economics. Your IDs will be picked as from 15th to 16th of September. And then we have School of Social Sciences. You'll pick your IDs on 17th to 18th of September. And Equip Africa, you'll pick your IDs on 19th to 20th of September. That includes CPD, that's Center for Professional Development. Kindly adhere to those routines so that you can ease the traffic. We usually have very many students walking or waiting for those IDs. Meanwhile, you are advised to always come with your letter of admission so that you can have at ease at the gates when you are being scrutinized. The second one is if you lost any item and you have not found it, I'll request maybe you can check with our office. I'll not like to spend time calling here just to save time. So you'll check with us. Our office is at the registration and admission. If you arrive there from the side of the yard, just ask, you'll be assisted to reach the career office. I'm the one holding the documents. Immediately after today, I'll hand over this document to the security department. So you'll be required to go at the security to identify your document, if it's there, or your ID, and so forth. Kindly take care of the student IDs as you receive them. In case you lose it, you'll be forced to pay for its reprint. So when you get your student ID, you'll be required to have it all the time, but make sure you don't lose it or you don't break it. If it becomes dysfunctional, it means you'll pay for it at a charge of 500 shillings. After that, I'd like to mention something about what has been displayed on the, something is being displayed. For you to function very well with the career office, we really activate groups in WhatsApp groups so that we can tailor our training and our support to the respective students based on that. So I'll request, if you have been appointed as a class rep, one of the things you can do is to add my number to the WhatsApp group of your class, and you'll find that I'll be able to communicate relevant information concerning career issues towards that direction. Alternatively, there is a display I saw on the screen. I hope Magdalene has been able to find it. And I pinned them on the notes boards. You can join that channel. That channel will be having a lot of information. Basically, the career office is supposed to support students all the way from the entry up to the time they are seeking promotions when they are alumni. And we have a lot of information that we share. We have a lot of trainings we do, and those trainings will be shared time to time as we go along. So when you are passing the notes board, don't assume those trainings, don't assume those schedules. Read them and pick some of them as your area of career development. You need to tailor yourself from, other than just classwork, you will need to have professional skills. You need to have added courses you can train. We have some of them which are even free on LinkedIn and YouTube. But you'll find that you need to be guided in one way or another to find your way through. By the time you are finishing the university, your CV is supposed to have been built up. We normally call it, you architecture your CV when you are still in the university, then it becomes a building by the time you are exiting from the university. So by the time you are graduating, don't only quote Mount Kenya University, September 2025 up to July or August 2028, Bachelor of Commerce, and you stop there. There are very many things you will learn, and I'll encourage you to join clubs. We have very many clubs. That's where your professional skills, that's where your communication skills, soft skills will grow. Any employer is looking forward to leadership skills and many others. And my career office is just to support that. As I end, I'll mention my name and the full docket of my section. My name is Benjamin Afubwa Musumi. Benjamin Afubwa Musumi. I'm currently the Deputy Director in charge of admissions, registration, and career services. The whole directorate by name is the Directorate of Student Recruitment, Admission, Registration, and Career Services. It's the one that has received you from the time you started processing your application letter up to the time you are settling as a student. We will work with you to the best we can so that you can come out a successful graduate. There are very many opportunities, competitions, other come once in a while. Like right now we have Millennium Fellowship, which the current students are already going to benefit. 46 students were selected and they'll be running a leadership for the next 4 months. So this is UN based and all of them are bestowed in my office. So when you see those checkouts on the noteboards, kindly utilize them. My telephone number, I chat a lot on WhatsApp. My telephone number, just register and maybe send me your name and the course you are doing. You'll be able also to view my status. Most of the time, I share some opportunities on my status. Things to do with attachment and so forth. Any opportunity, part-time jobs and so forth, you'll be able to get them from that. So once you are in either my group or in my status, you can be able to view those links. My name is Afubwa Musumi again, and my telephone number is 0720-178-684. I'll go slowly. Last time, very many people followed me. 0720-178-684. We are here to your service. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Afubwa. Kindly note the days you're supposed to pick your IDs, and this will be at the student center in the student boardroom. Our principal, there is something very interesting I noticed or I observed with our students, and I stood there. One thing I observed is that they're very smart. They're dressed well. Hey, see, tell your neighbor you are dressed well. Yeah, and we expect that is continue to be maintained. Yeah, you maintain. Cindy, maintain. The other thing I have observed is that they do not take notes. Yes, and I'm worried. Last week, we pumped a lot of information, and I don't know whether they can remember. Let me ask, just somebody there. What's the name of the registrar? Kindly get to know who is the registrar, because that is you'll be receiving a lot of communication from the office of the registrar. So what I'm saying is, even if you do not have a pen and a notebook, you have your gadget. Information that is important when it is displayed on the screens, just take a screenshot. Take a screenshot, and that information could be a lifesaver. So as I talk like this, I wish to welcome Madam Banis from Finance, and she will tell us that it is only in Mount Kenya University where we allow you to pay your fee in installments. Very flexible fee payment, and we allow you to register for units when you have paid 0. Imagine. Only in Mount Kenya University.
All protocols observed, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning. My name is Banis Wamoyo. I'm from the Finance Office, and I'm here representing the Principal Finance Officer. I wish to welcome you to Mount Kenya University. We are delighted to have you join us. And we understand that effective financial planning is very important for our students, and therefore, understanding your financial obligations will help you in one way or the other manage your expenses, minimize any form of stress, and you'll be able to focus on your studies. So the role of the Finance Office, I'll go directly. The role of the Finance Office is to maintain the students' accounts, to receive updates and to receive and update fee payments from students, clearance, to process fee refunds, and other credit control functions. So in this presentation, I will cover areas such as the fees policy. I will also talk about the university bank accounts. I will talk about the accepted modes of payments, the sponsorships that are available within and outside the university, the fee payment confirmations, the clearance, and the finance fee refund. So I start with the fee policy. All right? The university has a flexible fee payment policy. We are able to receive your fees in installments. The first installment is 40% of your fees that is paid upon admission. 40% paid upon admission. Then the next 20% is paid by the start of the second month, that is before Cut 1. This is information that is very important for your parents. The third installment is paid by the third of the by the third month, that is the start of the third month, before Cut 2. And the final installment is paid by the end of the semester before you sit your end of semester examinations. We are saying that fees is payable per semester, or per trimester or annually, depending on what is indicated on your letter of offer. And it is very important to note, to take note of these timelines so as to avoid any inconveniences. The university bank accounts, we have different payment points. We have KCB Bank, the account number is there. We have Cooperative Bank, Equity Bank of Kenya, we have Standard Chartered, we have Family Bank, and we have an pay bill number. All right, all these banks are in your admission letter. They are also available in the university website and also in all the finance offices across the different campuses. So out of the banks that are indicated there, we have those which are integrated with the university systems. What does that mean? We have those banks where if you deposit the money in the bank, then you don't need to bring your deposit slip to the office. These banks are Cooperative, Equity Bank, and Family Bank. If you deposit your money there or your parent makes the payment from home, then the money automatically reflects in your student statement. Then we also have the M-Pesa pay bill, the M-Pesa pay bill number. That is the fastest and the most efficient. Our accepted modes of payment. How do you pay fee? One, you can pay fees through bankers' checks. We can pay fees through bankers' checks in favor of Mount Kenya University. Note that bankers' checks are not personal checks. Number two, we can do deposits in the bank. That is, unaingia Equity Bank, you deposit your money in Equity Bank account. Then we have mobile money transfers, that is the pay bills. We have sponsorship checks, that is checks from CDF, bursary, or any other sponsor. We have wire transfers, that is the RTGSs and the electronic fund transfers. And we are saying that all checks must be in favor of Mount Kenya University and should be presented to the cashiers in the finance office. A check must be presented to the office. Ukipewa check, usiiweke. You have to bring it to the finance office so that we bank it. So don't keep it ukipewa. Then please note that bounced checks will be charged a penalty depending on the bank checks applied. What are bounced checks? Sometimes you may present a check that in one way or the other maybe didn't go through. Probably the signatures were wrong or the amount differed. There are penalties that come with that. Those are our accepted modes of payment. Then I go to sponsorships and financial aid. Sponsorships and financial aid, where we are saying that students can seek financial assistance under the following support, either within or outside the university. One, we have bursaries, the government bursary. We have bursaries from the Ministry of Education, that is the Elimu Fund. We have county bursary funds, CDF, ya huko nyumbani. It is good to familiarize yourself with these offices. We have county bursaries and constituency development funds. Then we have HELB, I know most of you are have been maybe advised about the HELB application and all that, but I will explain further. Then we have MKU Chancellor Scholarships, MKU Foundation Scholarships. We have fee waivers for the postgraduate students. We have DAD, we have DADAB for refugees. And we are saying that all applicants must be active and in good academic standing. Just maybe to explain further on the postgraduate students waiver, Mount Kenya University alumni are awarded a waiver of up to 10% of the tuition fee. That is effective from 1st of January 2022, where any student who is advancing to a postgraduate program benefits from this waiver. So what is the eligibility criteria for this? One, it is applicable to students who have completed a degree or a master's program and have graduated from Mount Kenya University. Two, students in one above and who are eligible to pursue a postgraduate program. And three, students whose registration or application is from January 2022. Let me talk a little more about HELB. HELB is one of the major sponsors that we have. So there are various products that are available in HELB, suitable for a different category of students. I will start with the HELB that is applicable to the majority of the students here. That is the undergraduate loan. Hii HELB yenye mnajaza. Undergraduate loans, these are loans for students pursuing their studies in public or chartered private universities within the East African community, placed either through COOPs or self-sponsored or parallel students studying for a bachelor's degree only. This loan is applicable to bachelor degrees students. It is not applicable for diploma or certificate or postgraduate students. So pre-university, certificate, diploma or postgraduate students are not applicable in this category. This loan will attract an interest rate of 4% and a 1,000 ledger fee per year. Students are advised to apply the loan at least 1 month before the opening date to allow ample time for processing. The deadline for this loan for the first-time applicants is 14th of September. That is for the first-time applicants. So types of application are one, first-time application. There are those I'm calling first-time applicants. Who are these? These are applicants who are applying for the first time. You have never applied a loan before. You are a first-time applicant. Your deadline is on 14th of September. Then the second type of application is second and subsequent application. Hawa ni kina nani? These are applicants who are applying for the second, the third, the fourth time. Those are who we call subsequent applicants. The deadline for this is 7th of September. So please, if you have not applied, if you had applied before joining na ukapata, you need to do a second application. That is a subsequent application. Na ndio tunasema the deadline is on Sunday, so please take advantage of that. Then note that the number of loans one is eligible for depends on the program duration. For example, if you are pursuing a bachelor's program that is 4 years, you are going to get HELB 4 times. If you are pursuing a bachelor's program that takes 6 years, because we have 6 years, you will get your HELB 6 times, and you have to do the subsequent application. What are the requirements of this undergraduate loan? Unahitaji nini ndio uapply? One, you need a valid email address. You need an email address and you need a telephone number. Two, a KCP and KCSE index number and the year of examination. Kama ulimaliza last year, index number and the year of examination. Three, passport-sized photograph. A copy of the national ID or Maisha card. These are the requirements for you to apply for this loan. The next one, applicants' valid bank details. This one is for the old funding model. It is not applicable in the new funding model. Then we need the parent's ID and a registered telephone number. If the parent is deceased, a copy of the parent's death certificate. If you are a minor, hujafikisha 18 years, your birth certificate. Then we need the ID numbers of 2 guarantors and their registered phone numbers. And we are saying that these guarantors can be your parents. And a copy of a sponsorship letter if you had been sponsored in the secondary school you were in. So that is the undergraduate loan applicable for the direct entry students. Then among us, I'm sure we have students who are salaried. I know we have 1 or 2 students who are salaried here. Their loans, or the loan product is called Jielimisha loan. So Jielimisha loan for salaried students. As a mature student, this help takes the stress off the payment, the fee payment, and lets you focus on your study. HELB offers Jielimisha loans to employed students pursuing professional courses, higher national diplomas, bachelor's, postgraduate diploma, master's or PhD degrees in Kenya. The loans are awarded per year and directly paid to the institution. What are the features of this loan? One, the processing of the Jielimisha loan is very quick. It takes a maximum of 14 days. Competitive interest rate, that is 10% per annum. Flexible repayment period, that is 12 to 48 months and 72 months for public servants. It is convenient and easy as it is deducted of your salary through the monthly check-off repayments. Then you can borrow up to 90% of your program fee, and there is an affordable credit life insurance policy. The requirements for the Jielimisha loan: an admission letter from a recognized university, certified copy of the last acquired academic certificate, 3 months latest payslips that have been certified by your employer. If you are employed on contract, you are supposed to provide a copy of your appointment letter for a contract of not less than 2 years. And of course, this has to be certified by your employer. Then you have to have a copy of your national ID, certified by the Commissioner of Oaths, a certified copy of your KRA PIN, certified copy of the national ID for 2 guarantors, and a recent colored passport-sized photograph. Who are eligible for this Jielimisha loan? We have civil servants, employees in public commissions, employees in parastatals, employees in public universities and selected private universities can apply for these loans. So in the both products, we apply the loans through the HELB website, www.hef.co.ke. And the Jielimisha loan, as we said, the deductions starts immediately the disbursement happens. So that is it about HELB. If you need more clarification, please visit the finance office. We can give you more information. I go to the next one, fees payment confirmation. Ushalipa fees, utafanya nini? That is fees payment confirmation. If a student wishes to confirm if he or she have gotten help, the help that we are talking about, or if you have gotten CDF, maybe umeambiwa kutoka nyumbani that there is some CDF you've been given. How do you confirm? One, if we update your student records, you receive an SMS. You receive an SMS with the fees that has been paid. If you don't receive an SMS, just log in into your student portal. Log in into the student portal. We have a fee section. That fee section has your fee statement. Angalia hapo uone kama utaona help. That means the money has been updated in your portal or any other payment. If you still don't know how to, or you've not seen, and you are sure that funds have been sent, visit the finance office with the evidence of the payment. Kama ni help, enda na disbursement report. Kama ni CDF, present the beneficiary letter. If it is a payment the parent has done from home, carry the receipt or the M-Pesa message and present it to the cashiers there, and the amount will be updated in your portal. As you're making the payment, either you or the parent, ensure that your registration number is captured correctly. Ensure that your registration number is captured in full as you're making the payment. For example, you're paying through PayBill. The account number is a PayBill number. Sorry, the business number is a PayBill number. Then the account number is your registration number. The format of the registration number, BCom/2025/ blah, blah, blah. If you don't capture the entire registration number, it means that you have to come to the finance for correction. If you capture the whole of it as it is, we are able to receive that payment and update it without you needing to visit the office. Financial clearance before the exam. Remember, in the fee policy, we said that the final 20% is paid before you sit the final semester exam. So what is the role of finance in this exam period? Students should have their student IDs and a stamped examination card before sitting for the end of semester examinations. And this examination card, you'll only be able to generate after paying that 20% that we talked about in the fee policy. So all students are required to be cleared by the finance office through an approved examination card that is stamped and embossed with a seal. No student will be allowed in the exam venue without an approved examination card, and therefore you are advised to have your card stamped at least maybe a week before commencement of the exams to avoid any inconveniences. And we say that if you are unable to clear the last 20%, visit the finance office, seek assistance, seek approval to get the exam card. Finance clearances. The following clearances are done. One, we have academic leave. You want to pause your studies kidogo, we clear the academic leave. Change of course. You want to change from BCom to BEDA, we clear the change of course. Study mode transfers. Hostel clearance. Maybe you're in the hostel the first month, you want to move to a different hostel outside, we clear. Unit registration. The manual unit registration, we clear. The campus transfers, you want to move from main campus to Nakuru, for example, clearance is required. Program withdrawal, maybe you want to move to a different university. That is a clearance that we do. And the final and most important clearance is a clearance when you are exiting the university through graduation. And we are saying that note that one must clear with all the other departments before proceeding to the finance office, because we are the last point of clearance. Finally, the fees refund. The fees refund, where we note that the general rule is that fees once paid is not refundable. However, there are scenarios where a refund can be processed. One, death of a student, incapacitation, discontinuation from faculty, disqualification, or lack of quorum, we refund your monies in full. However, if one terminates a course after being issued with a registration number and the termination is voluntary, no refund is processed. And we are saying that refunds are payable by check after approval to your guardian. And finally, all refunds are subject to a processing fee with the exception of disqualification and lack of quorum. So before I conclude, where is this finance office located? I know most of you, if not all, you know where the student finance is. But for those who do not know, the finance office is located in the Alumni Plaza building, ground floor. You can reach us through the following contacts. You can reach us through 0709 153 121 or 0709 153 105. Those are our contacts. You can reach us. If you're far and you cannot get to the office, then you can reach us through those phone numbers. Or you can contact us through the office email, financefeedback@mku.ac.ke. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, karibuni sana Mount Kenya University, na mjisikie mko nyumbani. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Madam Banes. That was quite elaborate, and I didn't see some of us take notes. It's very important. Kindly take this number for those of us who are interested in registering for psychoeducation, 0705 0705 270 270 521. 0705 270 521. And at this point, I wish to welcome Professor Kerosi to tell us more about our wing, our TVET wing, that is the Equip Africa. I know you were told a little bit last week, but he will tell us a little bit more. And let us appreciate him. Let us appreciate him as he comes to talk to us. Karibu sana, Prof.
Thank you very much for the welcome. First and foremost, let's know each other. Morning, morning. Hello. Can we talk to each other? I can see beautiful, handsome faces, but very quiet. Did you have breakfast in the morning? Did the principal of student welfare give you a soda, breakfast, something to cheer you up? Amabado. Soda is on the way. Okay, thank you. To start with, my name is Professor Ivan Skerosi. I'm the Executive Director in charge of the TVET wing of the university, and at the same time in charge of the Center for Professional Development, and also in charge of the Maritime Academy. Allow me to officially welcome you to Mount Kenya University, and by extension to the CBD, the Maritime Academy, and the Equip Africa Institute. Equip Africa Institute is the TVET arm of the university. When we are talking of the TVET arm, I'm sure some of you are thinking like now, okay, the TVET arm, why is the TVET arm doing, what is it doing here? The drive in the Kenyan economy and the global, we are shifting to skills. From the usual learning, our interest is in imparting skills, and that is what is guiding us. And in today's discussion, I'm going to be very brief because I was asked to take a very short 10 to 15 minutes. Then I request we start with from the first slide, maybe. I would request we start with the first slide. Thank you very much. As I indicated, my name is Professor Ivan Skerosi. My area of specialization is finance. I've done economic administration and financial management. And therefore, I ensure that you get value for every time you come across or in whatever you do. I had given my presentation. This is us. Equip Africa Institute, to start with, we have centers. We are in Nakuru, we are in Thika, we are in Nairobi, we are in Kitale, we are in Kisii, we are in Mombasa, we are in Malindi. This is Equip Africa Institute. What we do, we train artisan, certificates, and diplomas. What do we specialize in? We specialize in imparting skills. And the skills, these are hands-on training. We demonstrate that you've acquired specific competences which will enable you earn a job in the market. Then Equip Africa Institute, what programs do we offer? These are the programs we offer. Wish not to spend much time on this because I was given a short period to project. I request if you can project the presentation I gave for the CBD. And that's why I want to spend maybe the coming 5-10 minutes before my time is up. I had shared the presentation on the CBD. Kindly project that one, not the TVET arm. As he's projecting, I want all of us to look at MKU as a home, your second home. I know we come from various backgrounds, but once you come to this institution, we become one family. And when we become one family, it means we think and work together to ensure we succeed in whatever we are going to do. And therefore, I warmly welcome you to Mount Kenya University and by extension, Equip Africa Institute and the TVET arm. I request if you can project the Center for Professional Development. There is the document which I shared. Secretariat, you are not projecting my presentation. Kindly project my presentation. The one starting with the CBD, yeah, this is the one. Start from the first one. The first slide. In the first slide, yeah, that's where we are. About the Center for Professional Development, the MKU Center for Professional Development and the Maritime Academy, we specialize on the following. We are flexible, training alongside degree and diploma programs. I started by indicating that, we've joined the university. After joining the university, you remember we had over 962 students doing KCSE exam. Around 246 scored C+ and above, or C and above, and they've joined the universities and the TVET colleges. Competition comes in. Remember, all these 962, they'll be graduating with the diplomas or certificates, diplomas and degrees. Now, when we compare this one with the job market, in a reality, it becomes very competitive. Now, it depends on how you plan yourself, how you organize and package yourself. That will make you stand out from the crowd, be able to get that job opportunity which will be advertised. Mount Kenya University, out of its wisdom, found it necessary to come up with other programs which augment your learning. And that's where the Center for Professional and Development comes in. As you have a lot of time while doing your degree, you can do other programs alongside or simultaneously to add value to yourself, to add value to your qualifications, so that when you walk out, you are able to compete favorably with others, or you have an advantage over the rest of the people. Now, what do we do? What do we do in the presentation? What opportunities do we have? Students enrolled in degree and diploma programs can simultaneously pursue professional certificates. Take note the word of the professional certificate. When you are doing your bachelor's of BCom, is it a professional certificate? When you are doing IT, is it professional? We are looking at the professional certificates which you can do alongside your main degree program or diploma program, which you can add value. When you move to the job market, you become more competitive. That's what we are looking at. I'll be very brief. Then enroll in short courses, which are skill-based courses. I started by indicating the world over, we are talking about skills. We talk when you move to European countries or any other countries, people don't ask you how many degrees you have. Usually you are asked, what skills do you have? That's the question. What skills do you have? So as you pursue your degree program, kindly ensure you acquire some skills which will give you some leverage as you move on. That's where we are indicating. You can either pursue the professional certificate, if not, you can enroll in the short course-based courses, or again, additional industry recognized qualifications, so that when you get your degree, you say, yes, I have my degree, but also I have this qualification, which makes me more suitable for this job opportunity than the rest of the students. Then the next slide, the professional courses which we offer under the CPD, this is why I want to specialize or take a little bit of time. We offer the CPA. CPA is very relevant to all students who are taking the business courses. If you are doing your BCom, Bachelor of Business Administration, BBIT, this is a very important course. They say, when you look at the job adverts, they'll tell you a bachelor's degree and any other qualification. So when everybody's coming with a bachelor's degree, you also place your bachelor's degree, but on top of it, you place your CPA K or CPA 1 or 2. This one gives you an advantage in that you are a professional. Now you become a professional accountant. Unlike somebody who's having just a first degree. And for your information, when you are doing the CPA, the course units or the course content you cover while doing the CPA and the BCom, they are more or less the same. So you can easily take advantage of the two, do them simultaneously, and you'll be able to get some certificates. Honestly, you have more than enough time to pursue the two. There's no problem. You cannot have any challenge. So I'm strongly advising all students who are undertaking the Bachelor of the Business courses to consider enrolling on the CPA. Also, we have the Certified Procurement and Supply Professionals of Kenya. Yes, you've done your PCOM, supply chain, but you've not become a professional. You need to take this course so that you become a professional. On top of the degree you've acquired, you can have this one. If you're doing your human resource, we have Certified Human Resource Professional. Again, we are offering this program under the CBD. Alongside your degree program, kindly endeavor to have this so that you become a professional. And we have Certified Associate in Project Management. This one also is very suitable for the student doing the business-related courses. My next slide, kindly. These are the courses we are requesting. Some available professional courses include, this is what I've covered. Secretariat, if you can give me my next slide. Thank you. We have now short courses. These short courses also add value, and they are recognized internationally. Kindly take note of this. At university, we like to have time doing so many things. But ask and challenge yourself, what additional value am I adding to my life or to my career? Besides doing the degree program, what other value? These are the short courses. You can do the digital marketing. We have the cybersecurity, ICDL, computer packages. We have the Cisco web design. These ones are recognized internationally. These are professional courses. You can do them to add value if you are doing IT-related programs. This is what we have. And then we also have the driving school. When you graduate and you are favored in one way or the other, you've gotten a job. Some jobs say, we don't want to recruit a driver. You come with your driving license. So we offer the driving school at a very affordable rate, which you can do when you're learning, and the lessons are available off class hours, and arrangement can be made. We have the STCW. The STCW, before I go there, allow me to introduce to you the other arm of the university, which is called the Maritime Academy. The Maritime Academy is located in Malindi. And it trains, or it concentrates in the blue economy. That's the maritime related programs. One of them is STCW. These are the basic requirements for the seafarers. And it is important to note that the university has entered into an arrangement with the various cruise ships. Already we have an arrangement with the Royal Caribbean, where we've gotten a number of our students who are able to join the Royal Caribbean. Why are we doing this? We do this because we want to link the training with the industry. That's very important. We want to link the training with the industry. And in this scenario, when you do the SDCW, which is a very brief course, it takes around 6 days actually, and the course is 15,000, and you've gotten your certificate, you can easily apply to work in the cruise ship. And remember, there's a number of opportunities available in the cruise ship. Many people tend to think that when we are talking about the cruise ship, we are talking about the nautical engineers, the marine engineers. The cruise ships is a community. Actually, is the way we are existing. You will find one cruise ship carrying more than 3,000 passengers. Maybe business people, maybe passengers, and these people need services. So on board of the cruise ships, you need the hoteliers, you need the housekeeping, you need the laundry, you need the electricians, you need plumbers. All of these people are required on the board. So with your certification, I know some of the students from MKU who did their business, they were able to join, they've joined various cruise ships after doing the SDCW. So it's upon you to think the best way you can utilize your time when you have the opportunity and the resources to take advantage on what you want. So we have various programs which are being offered by MKU under the wing of the Maritime Academy, where you can do the SDCW, after which you easily become eligible to apply to work on the cruise ship. So these are some of the opportunities we are looking at and are easily available under the Center for Professional Development. Next slide. I promise I'll take only 10 minutes and I am almost done. We also offer languages. The key language we offer is the German language. And this is also very strategic. That's why I'm keep giving this information. The German language, we've signed an MOU with the Posch Corpus University in Germany. And they take, and also we have an MOU with Austria. They take students who have done nursing. If you've done your nursing or you are doing nursing course, kindly think of doing the German language. Because once you've done the German language, you have almost an automatic ticket to Austria. If you have done your PSN nursing and successfully graduated, and you've done A1, A2, and P1 in the German language, you automatically qualify to proceed to Austria. Like now, this cohort, we only have 2 students whom we are channeling to get their visas before they leave for Austria. Then in Germany, last week, we had a delegation from Germany. And you know we are sending 29 students, that's the 4th cohort of 29 students that are leaving for Germany this month on 26th, after they've done their German language. So this is the value addition I'm urging you to think of. So while you are here, while you are learning, where you are doing your PSN, is it difficult for you to enroll for German classes? You can enroll for the German classes, and they're not expensive, trust me. One level is only 22,000. If you are doing A1 is 22,000, A2 is 22,000, P1 is 22,000. Then once you have your P1 and B2, you are eligible to work in so many countries or countries where German is the mode of communication. And we are in discussions to see if we can open other areas. IT and hospitality is an area where the institution is looking, how we can link our training, the students whom we train from MKU, to also get opportunities overseas in the overseas countries. These are some of the opportunities which we are having. I know you've seen Kiswahili, and you are wondering what value Kiswahili will have to you. Kiswahili is more relevant to those students who have, the international students who have joined MKU or who are not non-Kenyans, so they need to learn this language. Why English language? You know, we have the IELTS exams. They're very important. If you are applying to any European countries, they always ask you, you need to go through the test of IELTS. And it scores at a scale of up to 9. They require you to score a minimum of 6.5. So again, we train this. We give you the opportunity to come and do this. Then the last slide. Thank you. The last slide. Why choose CBD? Why do we encourage you to choose CBD or the Center for Professional Development? We are flexible. The schedules, they are suitable for the students. You can give you online. We give you the time of the class hours to ensure that they do not collide the class hours. We industry experienced trainers, the people we are giving you, or the trainers will give you, they have a lot of experience from the industry. And the certifications which we give, they are recognized nationally and internationally. And of course, they enhance the career in readiness for your graduation. How do you contact us? The last slide. For registration and inquiries, kindly visit the CBD offices at MKU website. And we do have our office in the 12th floor in the main building. And also, as you are walking the other side, the building on the other side, Written Equip Africa Institute, you can easily access our offices. And if you don't have that time, you can log on or call that number to ensure you taken care of. We endeavor to empower the student for the future workforce. That's our interest in imparting skills and ensuring all of us will participate in the growing of our nation and the entire world. Thank you, and God bless you.
Let us appreciate Professor Evans Kerosi. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for empowering our student with that information. Kindly, he's asking whether there's any question. I guess for now we direct them to the, or they can ask one, I don't know.
If you have a question to ask or a clarification, I'm available. I can do it here. If not here, kindly visit me in our offices.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Even the student leaders are here. They have heard that. And we know that there are so many even of our students who are continuing and they don't know some of this information. So kindly ensure you get more information and relay that to our students. Student leaders, tusimame. Those who are here, just start and wave. Viongozi. Yeah, that is academic minister. Academic, simusimame tena, mjaonekana. Academic Minister Lawrence Some, wave. Then we have the Entertainment Minister. Kindly wave and tell them when you have the next event. Mutuma Prince, Sports Minister. So they will be interacting with you. If you have any question, again, they're still here. You can interact with them. In Mount Kenya University, we are highly digital, and that is how we communicate with you. That is how you learn, and that is even the way you pay your fee. Everything is done online. And in the last 1 week, I've had a lot of students, a few of you, coming to ask me, how do I activate my portal? How do I access my portal? For all that and more, kindly put your hands together and welcome Madam Anne to come and tell us a little bit more about how we are supposed to interact with the MIS. That is our portal for learning, for communication, and all other things digital. Put your hands together for her. Put your hands together for her. And she's so reachable, even beyond this, you can still be able to reach her. She'll be telling us where she can be found. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dean. I think it's still morning. Good morning, everyone. Okay. Welcome back. As you have heard, I'm Anne Kedenji, the head e-learning, presenting ICT principle, presenting ICT principle. And I'm here to guide you on what ICT presents in Mount Kenya University. I normally say ICT helps the university to automate all the activity, and I say it's the home of technology. So if we can go with slides, that's what presents ICT. We have, I'll talk about structure, our responsibility, our systems that we use. And as ICT, we are drive of digital transformation to ensure that the university meets the vision and the mission. Then as ICT, we don't usually talk about computers only. We have systems, we have internet, we have networking, servers, and so on. So ICT structure contains the hands. We have, for example, hands. I think my secretary is very fast. Maybe we can go back. We have, okay. Okay, I was talking about, under our structure, we have hands system, that is SMIS, we have head of e-learning, and we have hand deliverance services and corporate, led by principal, and our division is under DVC APIA. And we partner with all departments. We normally partner with all departments. And we are located in Alumin Plaza, 6th floor. We are located in Alumin Plaza, 6th floor. I know most of you have visited us. In several areas, maybe student portal, activation of cards, and so forth. Any technical issue, you will visit us under 6th floor, and we will be able to assist you accordingly. Then on the core systems that we normally use, we have computer systems. Those are all the computers that you are going to access. They have computers. We have servers where we save your details. We have network. We have application systems. We have management information system. For example, the one that you are using for student portal. We have for e-learning, the one that you are going to use to access your content, because in this university we now deal with blended learning. And also we have computer labs. Our computer labs are in MLT. You'll find our computer labs there. So if you don't have laptop, maybe you are not advanced in technology that's a good smartphone, you can feel free and visit our computer labs, and you'll be able to access whatever you want to access. Then on the same, we normally have the services. We support services on 365. And 365 is one of the applications that we are using, the Outlook. Most of us, we have created our emails. That is one of the applications that you are going to use to access your email. Your email is very important because the university will use it for communication. It is also important because you will be using it to access systems. For example, library, you are going to access VRMS. You are going to access OES. OES is the examination online system. So make sure you always remember your email and password. Always remember your email and password. Make it your friend, because that's where you that is the credentials that you'll be using to access most of our systems. Then we have other services that we offer the university. We act as a advisor to the university. We have all the systems. Other than supporting students, we also support staffs and administration activity. We also have e-learning. In a few, probably next week, you will find us, we communicate to you. The same way we did with the student portal, we will give you a video on how to access VRMS through SMS. That's why I'm saying that the university has really adopted technology. So let us make sure that we are at par. Whenever we call for trainings, whenever we are called to do something, let us all be available so that you'll not be left behind through the technology. So on the staff portal, because most of us, we have access staff portal, student portal, sorry, you'll be able to see that you can register units. We have other services like withdrawing of units. Maybe you registered the wrong unit and you want to withdraw. You just request for addition or withdraw through the student portal. You can also book the exam. For example, the distance learners and all students, all of us will pass through examination online platform. So to book exam, you will be booking through the student portal. And also, we have other services like hostel booking, the election, that is voting process. We normally do it through student portal. So these are our student leader, Mkusa, they were elected electronically. The student didn't line up for voting and all that. They voted directly through their phones, through the laptop, computer. You just sit wherever you are. You don't need to come to the university. And the student normally comfortably vote. And at the end of the day, we get the results. So those are some of the services that you'll find in our student portal. Then we also have braided learning that we normally do online. What I mean by braided learning, it means that as long as you are doing face-to-face learning, there are other things that the lecturer may require you to do online. For example, the lecturer can require you to submit your exam, your cut marks online. You can be required to read some materials that are posted online. Also, having access to library materials is part of learning. So, for example, all of us will do a university common unit. And that common unit, we normally say it's a self-based learning. Why is it self-based learning? It's because you're not at a class, but using our systems. Using our systems, you'll be able to do your learning. You'll be able to do your cut, some tests inside there. And also, you'll have Teams. You have Teams. Teams is one of the applications on Microsoft 365. And it will help you. You'll have face-to-face learning. The face-to-face of Teams is online learning. It's not that you will go to class and you sit, but you will have an online class with your lecturer. So that's why I'm saying in one way or another, you'll have a braided learning. And that's how, those are the systems that you are using. You are going to use Teams, you are going to use online, OES, and you are going to use VRMS, that is Virtual Learning System. Then on our way, we have new system, or the new platform. We normally say integrated platform. This integrated platform will hold all the system. Those systems that I'm talking about will be accumulated in one system, so that this one will simplify our ways of doing things. It will simplify our ways of doing things. So whenever we give you more information, or we give you new direction, you just follow those directions so that you'll not get stuck on the way. So that you'll not get stuck on the way. So those are the ICT resources I have talked about. Then we can go to the next slide about the adoption. About the adoption. Some students get or find things complicated because of lacking the procedure or the plan on how to adapt new changes. So these are some of the things that will help you to adapt. If, for example, university introduces new way of doing things, mostly when it comes to technology, because all of us, we know technology is changing now and then. Right now, everyone is talking about AI. True? And once you find people talking about AI, if you don't get a plan about it, you'll find yourself left behind or get stuck. So it is good to plan for any new things that come about. That is you attend trainings. If we ask you to attend trainings, make sure you create time, plan for your activities, and whenever we ask you to give us feedback, whether positive or negative, as long as it will help us to improve our systems. As long as it will help us to improve our system, as ICT, we always welcome all those engagements. As ICT, we always welcome those engagement. Then communicate. If you find that there is an error, don't feel left behind. Just communicate to us. And the communications are indicated there. If you have problems with your details, that is, you entered the long spelling mistakes in your personal details, you can always write an email to registration@mku.ac.ke. So it doesn't need you to come to main campus or to any campus. You just write an email. They are a very active team, and they will reply to you immediately. Then, also on unit withdrawal and addition, you still communicate to them. Reset of password, you communicate to them. Missing marks, if you happen to have missing marks, you communicate to HODs. Then anything to do with the technical issues, you communicate to ICT support@mku.ac.ke. ICT support@mku.ac.ke or MIS support@mku.ac.ke. Then, if you find you have a very challenging case that you need to visit us, you can always visit our ICT help desk using, we are located in Alumni Plaza, 6th floor. If, let's say, for example, you are not in main campus, you have traveled, as long as you have, if you are near any campus, you just go to ICT office in any campus, and you will be assisted. Even if you are not here and you are out there, just feel free and you'll be assisted. On our trainings, most of our trainings that ICT will do will communicate and also will send you an SMS. For example, we give you a video, which I believe it helped each and every student, and also we'll continue communicating to you through your SMS, and also through your emails and any other channel that is approved by university. So once you find a message in your phone or in your email, don't ignore it. First read, unless there is malicious. If it is a malicious message, ignore it. Don't click any link. If you find the sender, you don't know the sender, and you find that it's malicious, don't click any link. Don't click any link. Our communications will always come either through ICT or through MKU SMSs or through email. If you find that you have any malicious email or SMS with a link, don't click because it could mess your data. So, I think I'm done with that induction, and I say welcome to Mount Kenya University. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anne. Thank you so much. Kindly make them your friend. Don't get stuck. They're very approachable and they're here to assist you. If you have any challenges, you can reach them online and also physically as you have been told. So we normally give you updates from the Office of the Dean of Students. That is on the social media. And you can take this number, 0724 0724 333 209. 333 209. You can also prompt if you have any challenges. You can be sure that message will get us. Let me just, by a show of hand, how many of us have lost our phones in the last 1 week? Kama simu yako imepotea, imenyang'anywa. Let me see. Let me see. Hawataki kukuwa victims. But I know a few of us. Despite the much information we gave you last week, you have still become victims. And because we don't want you to continue being victims, and we want you to be careful about your security, allow me once again to welcome the Directorate of Security Services through Douglas to tell us a little bit more about our security. And as we always say, security starts with you. Thank you so much. Karibu sana, Douglas.
Asante sana, Madam Dean. Good morning. Good morning once more. Okay, my name's Wesonga Douglas. I'm the Deputy Chief Security Officer at Mount Kenya University. So on behalf of the department, once more, I would like to welcome you. Karibuni sana. Direct to my presentation. The department is established to maintain a safe and conducive environment for your studies and stay. As a department, we have also developed effective policies, procedures, and protocols to guide you and ensure that you are at the right place, right time, and doing the right thing. That is our core responsibility. The security team, we maintain a professional and friendly security team, both proprietary and contracted, headed by the CSO, that is Chief Security Officer, who is out on official duty. We also have armed police officers in uniform who are doing patrols during the night hours. We also have contracted security guards who are in uniform to ease identification, and in case you need any security-related assistance, they're there to serve you at any particular time. That is the Windstar security guards. I'm quite sure you've interacted with them. at the main gate, gate B, gate C, and any other entrance that you get yourself in the university, I'm sure you've interacted with them. Give them ample time. They're there to serve us. We operate an open door policy, and our security officers are always at your disposal and happy to assist you fix any security-related issues promptly and efficiently. We also have a dedicated mobile patrol vehicle with armed police officers around the map of campus students' residential areas. Iko gari inazunguka usiku na iko na polisi. It's a black car for those residing outside the university. Utakutana nayo, iko na askari ndani. They are there to enhance our safety. Also to add on that, just hapa nje, we have a police patrol base. That police station or police patrol base was established courtesy of Mount Kenya University in partnership with the national government. So ukipita pande hiyo usiogope. Those guys, the station is there for us to enhance our safety as far as our safety is concerned. The security systems, we have integrated modern electronic security and surveillance systems to provide you with optimum coverage that is on 24/7 basis, allowing you for a peace of mind that you will need for your studies. This includes the biometric access control systems at the gates. Kila gate, ukiangalia iko na machini hapo kando. After you've been issued with your IDs, make sure you go to the 6th floor where Madam Anne sits. They will activate that ID, they will take your biometrics. Then, you will be using that ID to access the university. Sawa sawa? Either an ID or a fingerprint. Utaweka kidole kwa gate, after it has been activated, unapata kuingia. If at all you don't have ID, you will be prompted to use your fingerprint. And a point to note, the registration office is issuing the IDs, and there is a schedule or a circular for that. Make sure you pick that ID on time. The moment that time will elapse, ya kuchukua ID, we won't allow you in. Sawa sawa? So make sure you take ID as per that particular circular. After all, we won't accept the letters of offers as a way of or a means of identification. But at the moment, as you pick the IDs, make sure you carry that letter of offer to enable your access to the university. We also have CCTVs around the institution to monitor our behaviors and also to deter any irregularity and to assist the security department in terms of investigation. So whatever you do, wherever you are, be sure we are monitoring all your moves. Then, it's also you're supposed to note that it's not all about the security guys to take care of your safety. It's your sole responsibility as an individual. In short, security starts with you. Make sure you do the right thing, you are at the right place. Whatever you're doing conforms with the security culture of the university. As we enhance on our side, make sure you also conform to the security culture of the university. Take very seriously some of the information or advices that will be coming from our department for your survival at the university. To ensure that your behavior is keeping with the beliefs and values of the university at all time. Make sure you cooperate with the security team at any given time. Some of the important notes supposed to note while on campus. 1, entry/exit points. For us, nani anajua tuko na gates ngapi so far? How many gates do we have? Ni ngapi? Okay, we have several. Maybe unajua lakini hujui ni ipi tunaongelea. We have gate A, side of the Alumni Plaza. Hapo mlikuwa mnaingia mkikuja admission and registration process. We have gate A there. Hiyo gate inatumika for everyone. Madam Dean, students, comrades wanajua kwamba is only gate A ndio wanafunzi wanaingililia. So you get a lot of crowd at gate A. Any gate within the university you can either access or exit. Sawa sawa. If you're coming from town, use gate C, gate B to access the university. If you're coming from the Bidco side, use main gate. Usitoke kule town kote. Yuzunguka all the way because that is the only gate. Ama hiyo ndio gate unajua. Gate A inatumika, gate B inatumika, gate C. On the other side, you can access or exit the university. We also have gate B, that side, next to FLT, gate C, across the bridge. We also have Gents Gate, next to the mosque. That is for delivery purposes or emergency purposes. We have Ladies Gate, kule nyuma ya Ladies Hostel, for delivery and emergency purposes. Identification and search. You will be required to produce your ID issued by the university in order to gain access through the access points. You operate a biometric access control system, and it is a requirement that you carry your ID. I've told you that. ID is mandatory. In case you don't have your ID, make sure your biometric is working. We don't want to get issues. Hauna ID, fingerprint haifanyi kwa mlango. Unataka askari ya kutambue namna gani. So it's your sole responsibility. Kama kidole inafanya biometric, tumia. But each and every time, carry your ID. Why do I saying this? Sometimes, unaweza kuja kwa gate, upate kuna challenge. Maybe the systems have issues. Kidole haisomi. Hauna ID. Unaambia askari, si unanijua napitianga hapa. Our security officers cannot be able to know all of you. And regardless of that, unaweza kuwa uliexpeliwa jana na umefungiwa system. So make sure you carry your IDs. And still on that, kwa gates, sisi yote tutakuwa subjected to searching and frisking. Afisa akikwambia, boss, let a bag to search, or madam, let a bag to search, kindly comply. That is part of our responsibility to enhance the safety of our student and university at large. If you don't want to be frisked or searched, kindly itabidi umerudi nyumbani, because we cannot look down, and those are the systems that we're supposed to make sure they work for our own safety. We also have designated parking areas within the university. Tuko na gate FLT parking hapa tu next kwa hii uwanja tennis court reserved for the members of staff for Mount Kenya University. We have National Library parking just behind here for our students and visitors. If at all umebarikiwa na gari, kindly your parking is reserved and securely at that particular place. We have alumni parking, the other side of alumni block for the MKU members of staff. We have main gate parking for the senior management team of the university. All the parkings are secure at 24/7 basis. In case of an emergency, we have designated several fire or emergency assembly points. The first one is the handball court. It used to be the handball court, but truly convert nowadays is a tennis court. Hii kwa hapa mbele. That's our one of the assembly points. We have ladies hostel is also one area that we have designated as an assembly point. City grounds and the alumni plaza around the fountain area. Drugs and substances abuse. Note that MKU is a drug-free zone. We don't encourage or tolerate drugs in any other way. Sawa sawa. This includes marijuana, alcohol, cocaine, and all sorts of drugs. We don't encourage them. So if at all you are a consumer, a peddler, let me caution you in advance, you are at the wrong place. Tutashika wewe. First step ni polisi. Immediately we arrest you, tunakupeleka police station. 2, will subject you to university, non-academic university disciplinary, whereby tutakuchukulia hatua based on the regulations that are stipulated in the student handbook. On that, make sure you don't tolerate drugs, you don't abate. Abating means that is an offense by omission. Uko na mtu hostel, mwenzako anatumia bangi, na wewe hautumii. But you as a responsible Kenyan citizen, badala ya umwambie whatever he or she is doing is wrong, or you report to the security agencies or to the janitor, you tolerating him or her, tutakuchukulia hatua. That is an offense by omission. Na yule pia alikuwa anavuta ama anatumia, tutachukulia hatua. As I've told you, first step ni polisi. This is not ile tumekuwa kwa high schools ama primary. Unashikwa, chifu anaingilia, wazazi wanaingilia, wanaongea, unaachiliwa. We are on another level. We don't have time for that. Police, they process you as per the law of the land, as we process you on this other side. In short, keep off from drugs as much as possible. Hata kule nje mahali unakaa, for those who are residing outside the university, you are not exempted. Ukishikwa kule, you will just be subjected to the law of the land, just like any other citizen. Utashikwa, upelekwe ndani, upelekwe kotini, ushtakiwe, ufungwe, ama ulipe fine. Through with the drugs. Security of personal items. I want to emphasize that the responsibility of your personal items primarily rests with you. Take all necessary steps and initiatives to make sure your items are safe. These include, don't leave your possession unattended. Sava, anything that belongs to you, make sure it's in safe custody. You get a student and a study villa, ama kopale kwa villa, maybe she was browsing ama anasoma, maybe she's with some colleagues whom he or she hawajuani. So unaambia mwenzako, niangalilie hii kitabu dakika 2-3 nikuje, ama niangalie hii simu ina charge niende nikuje. Don't do that unless it's someone that you know. Utapata umeibiwa simu ama kitabu or any of your belonging. So make sure you leave your property in the safe custody. Mtu haujui, usiachie. Do not leave large amount of money in your room. Make arrangement with the relevant university authorities or department for advice on how to safekeep your cash. Make a list of your valuables and mark them, such as books, with unique identification that can help you in identification or recovery in case they get lost. You may also want to record serial numbers of your computers or cell phones. Be sure to report any lost property, including keys and ID cards, to the security department immediately. For those who are staying in the university hostels, ensure your door remains locked whenever you step out of the room, even briefly. Ensure your keys are kept safely. Hata kama unaenda kuserve, funga nyumba yako ama room yako. Usiache ati ni dakika 2 tu you going to serve na urudi. Some of us here wako na mission tofauti. Anaangalia wapi atapata opportunity ya kuiba. Either ladies, even gents. We don't exempt anyone. In security, kila mtu ni tunadim, kila mtu ni mkora, si ndio? So it's upon you. Make sure you lock your house. 2, don't leave your keys juu ya mlango. Ati because your friend ama your roommate is not in, unaacha key juu ya mlango, atakuja afungue. Don't do that. Lock the room. If she or he comes, make appropriate way of him or her getting that particular key. In case you leaving the room, wache mwenzako amelala. Make sure umwamshe afunge mlango kabla utoke. Usiache mwenzako room amelala, then you purport niliacha so and so akiwa amelala. Someone may step in, apate your colleague is asleep, abebe simu, abebe your documents, aende. Then you come to blame, I left so and so in the room. We've had several cases on that. So if you are leaving, your colleague is asleep, wake him or her up, mwambie, boss, mimi natoka, funga mlango. Sawa sawa? That is for the safety of our room and all our belongings. Do not use open flames in the rooms. Chakula hostel inapikwa kwa CCAS. Tuko na kitchen the other side, tuko na kitchen pia pande ile. So food yote inakuwa prepared through hapo. So we don't encourage open flames in the rooms. Don't allow strangers or non-resident in the rooms. Nyinyi kama wenye room, make sure you only tolerate you and you alone. Some of these guys that we engage, pata boyfriend, ametoka huko boys, ameenda ladies because ako na mrembo wake pande hiyo. We don't discourage that, but be caution. Some of those gentlemen wanakuja huko wana survey what you have, daka kidogo, siku kidogo, wanakuja wanawaibia. Even the ladies are stealing amongst themselves. So if you want to meet on safety purposes, you can meet outside the hostel. Ndio mazoeano isikue. Sawa sawa. And also to give humble time or conducive environment for your colleagues in that particular room. Next point is on intimate partner violence, that is on relationships. Do not get into relationships that may carry personal obligation or expectation that you cannot or are unwilling to meet. That is financial, sexual, or any kind of commitment that you want to engage in should be made with a clear mind and informed decision. If you are not sure of implication, seek prior advice. I believe that is clear. Ukipendwa, ukataliwe, fanya nini? Yero usafi. Usianze kuleta movies, violence, because so and so amekukataa. To an extent, mnapigana, you stab each other. It may lead you to the courts or to the you being subjected to the rule of the law. Utadunga mwenzako kisu because amekukataa, sisi tutakushika tu, tukuchukulia hatua. Two, disciplinary mechanism in university will take its course. So in terms of violence, we don't encourage it kabisa. Mkikosana, move shughuli zako, yeye aende shughuli zake. But confrontation that may lead into physical or verbal assault, we won't tolerate that. Do not tolerate any kind of violence that is physical or else in your relationship. Do not engage in any sort of violence, provocation, and also intimidating your colleagues. Some of the crimes that you also have as far as security is concerned, electronically, M-Pesa frauds. Mnaelewa zile za tuma kwa hii namba ingine iko na shida ya M-Pesa, you've heard about them. Inafika end months, you get a pop-up message. We have changed our means of paying rent. Now this is the new pay bill number. Hata wale wanakaa hostel hapa ama wale wanakaa nje. Don't engage those guys, those are fraudsters. Make proper concern. Ujue, is it the legit? The message is coming from a legit individual ama ni scam. Especially those who are staying off campus. Mwisho wa mwezi tu utapata ka message kame pop. Hi madam, we've changed our mode of paying house rent. Kindly pay via this number. Unaenda unalipa pesa, after umelipa, mwishowe unapata kwamba zimekunywa maji. Be cautioned of fake hostel posters, stroke imposters. Across the road utakutana na posters zimehangiwa kwa posts za stima, vacant room available, bed sitter available, and so. Don't engage those guys. Those are con men and con ladies. If you want to seek proper accommodation, liaise with the office of the dean. Even the Mkusas are here. They will sort you out. Fake bursaries, strong bouncing checks. Also, there are some individuals who will approach you. They ask you how much do you owe the university in terms of fee. Useme maybe uko na 20,000. Akwambie, can I give you a check of 50,000 so that you partner with that particular check. Unapatia 10,000, anakuandikia check ya 50,000. Ukienda kubank pale kwa Madam Banis Finance, unapata check imebounce. Banis watakuchukulia hatua finance as she has stipulated it, and you also take action against you. Nothing comes for free. So do not be a victim of that. Also, through your class groups, WhatsApp groups, some individuals may intrude, luring you into, to assist you get accommodation. Watapost to nyumba tuzuri, to hostel and all that, so that wewe ukue convinced, because it's a class group WhatsApp, ulipe pesa ambayo nyumba hujaona na mwisho ujikute umekuwa conned. So don't be a victim on the same. For those who are staying off campus, I'll be now fast because of time. Just like any other urban setup, Thika has security challenges that may be unique to it or shared with other towns. So your safety while off campus is as important to us as it is while within the university. So do not be an obvious target, that is, don't walk alone, avoid walking in dark and deserted areas. Mambo ya kutembea usiku, kutembea peke yako, please keep off. 1, you may be a victim of robbery. You may be chakula cha askari hiyo usiku. Utalala cell. Kipatikana usiku, they will subject you to an offense ile tunaita loitering unnecessary usiku. Saa 6, saa 7, wewe si askari, wewe si soja, wewe si emergency service providers. What are you doing on the road? Unless wewe ni mwizi, utashikwa, utalala ndani. And we encourage the police, ukishikwa during late hours, wakupeleke ulale cell, because that is the only safe custody for you. Wachiliwe asubuhi, ufagie hapo nje kidogo, washe room za cell, then wachiliwe. But we don't encourage them wakuachilie usiku. And don't call us ukishikwa at odd hours. Comply na polisi, enda lala cell, asubuhi uamke ukiwa safe, enda shughuli zako. And make sure you walk with your ID kila wakati. Ukishikwa jitambulishe wewe ni student. The rest they will manage that. But kulala ndani hiyo ni lazima. Beware of your environment. Always stay alert and keep your mind on your surroundings. Keep a low profile. Always try not to attract unnecessary attention to yourself. By example, talking loudly or wearing conspicuous clothes or jewelry. Where possible, vary your routes and timings. In communication, identify and keep a few confident in your circle. Know where each of them is supposed to be at all times and when they are due to return. So, to add on that, avoid chatting while on the road also. Iko rembo anapenda kwa barabara anatembea kichat. In the long run unapata mtu ya pikipiki ametoka nyuma amepotea na simu. So we discourage that. Simu ukiwa kwa barabara, eka kwa mfuko. Ukifika mahali unaenda, toa simu, tumia vile unataka. But kuchat, umeka headphones, simu kwa mkono, you are not even aware of your environment. Utakuwa subjected to that particular scam, simu itaenda. And also something can be done to you because you don't, or you are unaware of your environment. So avoid that, especially during odd hours, kubaya, just like any other town. Even mahali umetoka, we have such cases, simu zinaibiwa, handbag yako inaenda, and all that. Let's just keep safe, the rest will be handled by the authorities. If you find yourself confronted, quickly analyze the situation against your abilities. That is the physical strength, ability to overpower the aggressors, and etc. In case ushikwe na wakora, ama ujikute kwa mikono ya wakora, we advise our students to comply. Don't confront them. Don't assume you can overpower them. Some of them are armed. Mtu ako na kisu, amejifichia, mwingine ako na bunduki ama pistol. Utapigwa risasi, utadungwa kisu na utapoteza maisha. Just surrender whatever they're asking for, and because your life is very important, hizi vitu ni za dunia utapata. So don't confront them in any other case. But ukiona kuna nafasi unaweza toroka, kimbia na usiangalie nyuma. Sawa? Enda ukiandanga kabisa. But the moment ujaribu kidogo, watamalizana na wewe. So, just like any other town, we have enlisted some of the high-risk areas in Thika. Those are black spots. Tuko na Kiandutu slums, main gate on the other side. Iko kakijiji, kaslam, kanaitwa Kiandutu. So be cautioned, ukienda kule, geta ni kama, usiku ni kama mchana. Avoid those areas. Tuko na Kiang'ombe, the same route, stretch across Garissa Road, the same way. So avoid those areas. For those who will be staying, or for those who are staying in Kiang'ombe, Kiganjo, and Makongeni, in case ukose fare, jioni, past 6, don't go Mugu, Kiganjo, ama Kiang'ombe au Makongeni, kindly. There is a shortcut east side ya Runda, pitia Runda, wenda Jua Kali, ingia engine, wenda Kiganjo. But don't enda east side ya Garissa Road, past 6 Mugu, ati hauna fare. Utaporwa na utajilaumu. But we have enhanced the same way in terms of security. Tuko na patrol officers in civilians. Wanajaribu kukweli kidogo kusafisha hiyo area. It's only that we cannot manage the security of Thika as a whole. We try our best where we can. As I finish, in case of an emergency, let me give you the security hotline numbers. And these are very important for your survival at the university. The first one, 011 233 0024. 011 233 0024. The second one is 0734 434 907. 0734 434 907. Those are our hotlines. In case upige hiyo simu upate afisa yule anashika hakusaidii ama haiendi through, call my number directly at any given time. I'll answer it immediately. 0711 368375. That is my personal number. 0711 368375. Our office is located at next to the main gate, between hizo gate mbili. Kuna student gate and staff gate. In between panda ya ndani iko ofisi imeandikwa security office. That is where we are located. However, the university will not be responsible for any criminal act or omission that requires the intervention of the law agencies. In case you have a case to answer, not just in Thika, either in Nakuru, Busia and all that, sisi tutakusalimisha kwa maafisa wa usalama. Ukiwa na kesi, utaenda ujibu mashtaka yako, mwishowe urudi. Ukikujiwa, tutakupeana. Sawa sawa. So usifikirie utakosa mahali umefanya some offenses, then MKU is a safe haven for you. We don't keep or entertain criminals. As I finish, once again, many thanks for your time and welcome to the university. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Douglas, for that. We had to repeat that because I know there are some of us who did not get to hear that last week. And as we have said, the security, your security is number one, your concern. Thank you so much. I know nataka akate jasho. Tunaweza simama tu kidogo. Tunyoshe as we are almost done. We'll be done in the few minutes we'll be done, and the Vice Chancellor is on you. Tusimame, let us stand up. I can see some of you are dozing. Hey, you are so young. Some of you have not yet even gotten their IDs. If you're happy and you know, touch your toes. If you're happy and you know, touch your toes. You're just looking at me. Can you touch your toes? If you're happy and you know, they are not happy, these ones. Okay, you can have your seats. I just wanted you to stretch a bit. And as I welcome our DVC ARA, Dr. Marceline Kamande. I've been asked to give you our socials. We are on Facebook, Mount Kenya University. We are on X at Mount Kenya Uni. We are on Instagram at Mount Kenya Uni. We are also on TikTok as Mount Kenya University. So kindly follow our socials, take as many photos as possible, and ensure that everyone knows from your village, from your town, that you are in Mount Kenya University. Kindly, let me welcome our principal. Karibu sana. I know we have kept these students, but I know we are just getting to the end of it. Thank you.
Okay. I know you are becoming anxious. We have changed the program so that we don't keep you here for long. Actually, that is why you can see the DVC is here with us. And also the Vice Chancellor is just on the way coming. In the next few minutes, we'll be through. And therefore, just be patient. I know some of you, the lecturers, are calling you to go to class. We will not keep you here for long. At this time, you know, the core business of the university is academics. And we promised you that the DVC will be here to greet you. I know her people have talked to you on so many things, but it's good you see the one in charge of academics, and that is our DVC, Dr. Marceline Kamande. Karibu usungumze na watu wako. Kindly be patient. In the next few minutes, we'll be through.
Thank you so much, Principal. Though I saw the people in the tent were not happy when the Dean was speaking to them. I hope they can hear me. Can you wave at me, the people in the tent? Hello? I can see they are very, yeah. So we are happy to be here. And I want to take this opportunity first to say my name. My name is Dr. Marceline Kamande. I am the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic and Research Affairs. I know you've listened to many people, and maybe just to let you know the way the university is structured is that we have what we call the administrative arm. I know you have engaged with the officers who deal with issues of infrastructure. You have dealt with officers who deal with issues of anything that has to do with the infrastructure here. I know you've had that moment. And maybe I want to pause there and ask you to welcome our Vice Chancellor. Can we stand up and welcome our Vice Chancellor? He's just walking in. Just stand up and give him a clap. He's accompanied by our Chair of University Council, Karibu sana. Vice Chancellor and Chair of University Council, we are happy to have you here. Yeah, so we can have a seat. Yeah, so what I was saying is that we have the administrative arm that deals with those things, and then we have the academic, and as the principal has said, which is the core business of why you are here. And as an academic division, I know you have talked to quite a number, or rather you've been addressed by quite a number of staff. And key among them, the registrar's office. I know the orientation started all the way from Saturday. And then you have had interaction at the school level. And the reason why we take trouble to give you all that information is so that as you come in, then you are aware of what is expected from you. And I want to assure you that if as a student, you are able to do your work, then for us, as the academic division, we are ready to work with you. And one of the things that we do in the division, as the registrar told you, is that we monitor your progress. And part of the things that I would expect you to really take into caution, you were told how to register units. For you to be able to be active in any semester, units must be registered. And those things are usually time-bound. So if even up to now you have not started the process of registering units, please ensure that you are already in the system, because that is the reason why we know that you are active in the semester. And when a unit is not registered, then we simply think, or rather we perceive that you are not active with that unit. And so even if you go to class and you have not registered the unit, then we have nowhere to take your marks. And I believe that the registrar emphasized on that. At the ICT, I know took you through how to register for the units. Another important factor is the ODER, which I know you have also interacted with. The ODER Directorate also helps you to navigate the online platform. I know you've been given the information, but we will continue engaging with you so that even as you continue with your studies, you do not feel lost. The other important factor I want to emphasize is for the schools. Because for the schools which you have been interacting with, they are the people who own you. They are the people who are going to graduate you. Yeah, you are the ones who are going to, they are the ones who are going to graduate you. And so the interaction between you and the departments and the schools is very important. And one of the things that I want to encourage you is that as you navigate your stay here in the university, ensure that you have interacted and you have known the home where your program is. So these are things that we will continue working with you, and we will continue engaging you at those different levels, and take advantage of the officers who have been speaking to you, and ensure that you can be able to approach any. One of the things that we do is that we operate an open door policy. So don't feel lost that you cannot walk into an office and then get the information. So I just wanted to emphasize a few of the things that you have had. Actually, my responsibility here was to bring the Vice Chancellor to you. He's our main guest today. And at that point, I want to take this opportunity to invite the Vice Chancellor to address you.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning again. Sijasikia watu wa juu. Good morning, watu wa juu. Na watu wa katikati. Okay. Good morning, everybody, and welcome. Thank you very much for Dr. Marceline for giving me this opportunity to speak to our first years. I would like to recognize the presence of our Pro-Chancellor and the Chair of Council. University, since your first years, I'll take this opportunity to explain to you, the university is governed by a council. The council makes sure that management runs smoothly. And today we are lucky to be having our Chair of Council, Dr. Vincent Gaido, who is among us. Please, can you just maybe stand and wave at them so that they see you? Thank you very much for gracing this occasion. Yeah, Pro-Chancellor and Chair of Council, the DVC Academic Research Administration, the principals who are present here, the Dean of Student, who I think is also in the midst, the directors who are here, the staff members, student leaders, students in general, Ladies and gentlemen, good morning again. It is with great pride and joy that I stand before you today to officially welcome you to Mount Kenya University. We are well known as MKU. Today marks the beginning of an exciting new chapter in your lives, one filled with opportunities to learn, to grow, and to discover not only new knowledge, but also new possibilities within yourselves. You are joining a vibrant community of scholars, innovators, leaders, and dreamers. At MKU, we believe education goes beyond the classroom. It is about engaging with ideas, questioning assumptions, working collaboratively, and finding creative solutions to the challenges of our time. It is time that you question things, you just don't accept them the way they are. It gives you an opportunity to engage with the academics, the lecturers who are going to be teaching you, and to be able to question, why is this so? So it is a time for you to open up and to be able to absorb that knowledge. But at the same time, the university is not just about being in the classroom. There are so many other activities, and make sure that you embrace those ones, because when you finish here and you're looking for a job, the employer will be asking, what extra are you bringing to the table? What extra? Yes, you'll have got your degree, but what else can differentiate you from somebody else? As you embark on this journey, I want you to remember 3 important things. First, embrace curiosity. This is the time to ask questions, to explore new fields, to challenge yourself. University is not only about receiving answers, it is about learning how to think critically and independently. I know we're in the era of artificial intelligence. ChatGPT is there. But if you keep on getting everything from ChatGPT, you will come short. So this is a time where you have to be that inquisitive, not simply to be taking answers from the ChatGPT. Some of the ChatGPT answers may not be the correct answer. Second, build relationship. The friendship you form here will last a lifetime. Seek out diverse perspective, respect differences, and grow together as a community. Make sure that, like the Americans simply say, leave no soldier behind. When the Americans go to war, it doesn't matter. If one of you is shot, you all don't come back home unless you carry that dead body. In this particular case, make sure that you don't leave your fellow behind. You are a cohort. Make sure that everybody gets it to the graduation line. And that is the friendship we are saying, that develop that relationship with your comrades. Third, take ownership of your journey. This is a time when you are separated from mom and dad, from your guardians. This is your journey. There will be nobody to be supervising that you have read for the CAT, you have submitted your assignment. It's totally your responsibility. And make sure that you own that journey. The path ahead will have challenges, but but it will also bring immense reward. Be proactive, seek support when needed, and never be afraid to dream big. We believe that every one of you will be somebody. So dream big on what that somebody is. We have people who sat here, and today they are deputy governors. There are people who sat where you are sitting. Today they are directors of companies. So have a bigger dream. Taking ownership of your journey brings me to the theme of my speech today. And the theme of today is embracing your potential, unleashing the power within you. Embracing your potential and unleashing the power within you. Your presence here is a testament to your hard work. And I will also take this opportunity to congratulate you for having made it this far. It's not everybody who has made it to MKU. So, you should be very proud of yourselves, knowing that you are among the very few who made it to MKU. So your hard work, your resilience, and the determination. You have excelled in your early stages of education, and you now stand at the threshold of transformative journey. One that will challenge you. It will inspire you and prepare you for leadership and service in a rapid changing world. University is an equalizer. You may have come with all the A's, and somebody may have come back with a C+. But now we are cleaning the slate. You are all starting afresh. And don't be surprised, the C+ overtakes the A. Because now it's time for you to test yourself. At MKU, we believe that every student carries within them untapped power. The power of intellect, of creativity, of leadership, of innovation, and of service. That power is within you. It's now for you a time to unleash it. I have Mr. Luther, who is here. Maybe stand and show, they see you. Mr. Luther, he trains our student in extracurricular activities. And MKU has always come second to none. Do you understand what I mean? Second to none, which means has always come top in drama, in acting, in sports. We have so many trophies that we can give each one to take home. I'm a Namnagani Luther. It's true. So, don't just coil yourself in the books. You have that other power in you. Unleash it. Thank you, Luther. Unleash it so that you become a whole person. When you leave MKU and you walk into an organization, people will simply say, that must be a graduate from MKU. From your walk alone, before even you talk. Because you'll be walking with total confidence. And this is the opportunity to make sure that you unleash that particular power. This university is your platform to discover that power, to refine it, and to release it for the benefit of the society. Don't be too selfish and keep that power to yourself. Unleash it to the society. As you begin, I invite you to consider 3 reflections on this particular theme. The first one, embracing your potential requires self-belief. You must believe in yourself. You must have that confidence. I have made it to MKU. I'm among the few. I'm among the best. You need to believe that. As you go back into your rooms, look through the mirror and simply say, that person I'm seeing through the mirror has the full potential to be somebody in Kenya tomorrow. You must trust that within you lies the capacity to achieve greatness. Challenges will come. Challenges will come. But you must understand one thing in those challenges. They are opportunities in disguise. Stepping stones toward unleashing the best version of yourself. You may fail your first cut. Because remember that it's the first time you're being away from home, and the freedom, if not well tamed, can take you wrong places. If you sleep and you fail that one cut, step back and ask yourself, what went wrong? And step up to make sure that you achieve in the second cut. Second, unleashing the power within you calls for discipline and purpose. You have to have the discipline. Reading time is reading time. Sports time is sports time. Partying is partying time. And you must have all of that. Knowledge is not handed out casually. You'll come to realize that one at MKU. We don't dish out just knowledge casually. You have to earn it. You have to work towards it. You must have been told that our certificate has got so many features. Our certificate is more protected than the Kenya shilling. Believe me. You can fake and forge the Kenya shilling. You will not forge the MKU certificate. That will not happen. Many have tried. All have failed. So, knowledge is earned through commitment, through integrity, and perseverance. There is no way you're going to use a Mwakenya to get our degree. Hiyo hakuna. We have revamped our lecture halls with a lot of CCTVs. For those ones who will go online, the system will shut you down. You try and use ChatGPT, and the system will tell you, I'm watching you, and I can see what you're doing. And if you continue, it will shut you down. So, you must earn that degree. You must be committed. Integrity is key. Use your time wisely. For what you invest in today will determine the reward of tomorrow. If you put in a little, We'll just go with a pass. If you put in a lot, you'll go out with distinctions. And that will matter to the employer. Because if two of you appear for an interview, one with a mere pass and one with a distinction, the question will be, what were you doing in the same class when somebody is having a distinction and you are just having a mere pass? Partying too much? So, put in the time and make sure that you really embrace what the university offers. You have all the support, both academically, socially, and name it. The university will provide that for you. Make use of it. At the university, there's a lot of peer pressure. Everybody wants to have the latest iPad or the latest iPhone. But remember why you are here. Why have you come to MKU? That's what your parents and your guardians out there are waiting for, that certificate. Third, your potential is most powerful when it serves others. We don't all have the same ability, but we all are going to cross that line and graduate. So, serve your fellow comrades. Leadership is not measured only by personal success, but by the positive impact you make on your community, your country, your comrades, and the world at large. Allow the power within you to be a force for innovation, compassion, and transformation. The more you help your comrades, the better you become. Remember that MKU is not merely a place of study. It is a community of discovery, a laboratory of ideas, and a crucible of character. We are molding you to be the future leaders of this country, the future leaders of the world. And we are hoping that when you leave MKU, you will be a totally transformed individual or a transformed leader. I'm hoping that when some of you become politicians, I'll not be reading in the papers that you have embezzled the county money. That's the kind of integrity we put into our student at MKU. But that is the kind of potential that we believe every single student who is here has the potential to be. So, being a crucible of character, let me ask a question. You see, with time, MKU is going to be looking for a new vice chancellor. And I would like to know from this crowd, who among you has thought of becoming a vice chancellor of a university like MKU? Hands up. None? There's one hand. Thank you very much, lady. Anybody top floor? Who has thought of becoming a politician? Who has thought of becoming a president? President? don't really disappoint me that you guys are not that ambitious. You're coming in for your diplomas, for your degrees. How many of you then are thinking of going for masters when you finish your first degree? How many? I can see a few hands. Yes, that's good. So how many of you will be thinking of going all the way to PhD? I see a few hands here. PhD. Have ambition. When you finish your bachelor's, we will still call you Mr. or Mrs. But when you finish your doctorate, we will replace it and we'll call you Dr. So-and-so. So aim higher. So, MKU is a community of discovery, a laboratory of ideas, and a crucible of character. You will be supported by your lecturers and fellow students, but the greatest responsibility rests with you as an individual. As already stated, I repeat, take ownership of your journey, stretch your comfort zone, and let your light shine. You have the potential. As you embark on this exciting journey, I encourage you, be bold, be curious, and above all, be true to the best within you. Let the years you spend at MKU be remembered as the time when you embraced your potential and unleashed the power within you. So, as you settle in, I encourage you to participate fully in your studies, in the full student life. We have got so many clubs. Make sure that you're a member of at least one club. And be an active member of that particular club. And of course, in community service. We train you so that you will be able to enrich the community back in your home county, your home village, and in the surrounding area. Be part of those activities. Make the most of every opportunity. And there will be many opportunities. There are so many. This is your moment. And your story at Mount Kenya University begins today. Mark it that on the 5th of September 2025, my story at MKU started. On behalf of the entire university, I welcome you warmly and I wish you success, growth, and fulfillment during your time here. We are proud to have you join our family. And as you join our family, we have expectations. And our expectations is that you have to be successful. You have to be somebody tomorrow. So, you are joining our family. Please understand our expectations and work hard to achieve our expectations. As I've seen say that, the choice is yours. You want to live here with a mere pass? Well and good. You want to live here with distinction? Everything is possible. Welcome to Mount Kenya University, and I would like to simply say welcome home for the next number of semesters that will be with us. And with those many words, remain blessed and understand that we are always behind you. Thank you very much. I'm being told that I have another meeting, but I'm being told that there is something which has been prepared for you. It's an entertainment. So we'll sit back and wait for those entertainment, and then after that one we can have selfies. All right? Thank you.
Thank you, Prof, for agreeing, because I know they have taken time to prepare. Ruta Kaidre quickly. Can we appreciate Professor Jagani for those good words? You can see the way he is dressed. He has welcomed you that way, and he'll give you to the society that way. So I told you to aspire to look like that. I'm happy, Prof, for just informing them the same. Ruta, we have given you 5 minutes. Yeah.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, Professor Jagani, and all the protocol observed, this entertainment is purely from the new students who arrived last week. We have been able to craft something in the last 2-3 days for them to entertain you. Welcome so much. And allow me inform the congregants, our new students who are already Mount Kenya University students. We thrive in our activities, that is drama, music, sports, and we just came back from performing for the president at the state concert in Sagana, and also performing for the vice president of Uganda in Kampala. But these are your products. These are your very products who you joined with, and you can see the marvelous job they're going to do. So choir, very quickly, and then they shall be followed by a skit and a dance. In 7 minutes, the groups will be done. Vice Chancellor, thank you.
Malware Kendayo Morela, Kendayo Kefigile. Kendayo, Kendayo, Kendayo Morela, Kendayo Kefigile. Malo abonake.
If they have learned this in 2 days, what will they be doing in a month's time? So those who are yet to join, please join the group so that we continue to nurture you and develop your talents. Drama group, quickly. This one has been done in 2 days. So the groups are meeting tomorrow from 9 to 12. Please join them so that we continue with this journey. Quickly, quickly, check.
Kitu tutafanya saa hii ni sasa unionyeshe mambo ya hostel.
Hostel hiyo sijali, hiyo mimi nakupanga, umecheki? Na kuna mali inafanywa free Netflix, unalipia tu ya hostel peke yake, TikTok na dance hapo mahalelele, alafu tukienda sawa sijali.
Ebu wait, umesema TikTok na Netflix?
Malelele hapo.
Ebu sangojea, let me call my dad ili sasa atutumie.
Changamka, pigia mzae.
Hello.
Hello, Dad.
Hello, my princess.
So, nimepatana na fourth year kwa gate ya shule. Ameniambia ataniuzia everything na 12,000 peke yake.
So, fanyaje? Kuja pa Cabanas, I'm having lunch.
Oh, Cabanas the restaurant? Okay, acha tukuje. Brayo, dad amesema tupatane Cabanas, atupe hiyo do.
Hiyo ndio sasa spirit. Napenda hiyo. Hivi ndio venye sasa unakaribishwa.
Let's go.
Nachangamka orientation haraka.
Hello afande. Fanyaje? Kuja hapa Cabanas. Kuna jamaa anataka alale ndani leo.
Oh my God, tutapata hiyo do, ndio? And then utanipeleka hostel and everything. You're my first friend. Oh my God, I can't wait. Oh, hey Dad.
Hello my princess.
So, this is the fourth year I was talking about. Mwenye ameniambia atanifanyia students details na units na 12,000 peke yake.
Mimi.
So you are the fourth year who selling the school bottle. Kuja hapa kijana. Kuja hapa.
Registrar.
So you know me. Nasikia unauza hadi units. Hadi pote unauza.
Mimi.
Nasikia hadi hostel pia unauza. Hiyo yote utaongelea ndani. Afande. Leo nataka huyu kijana alale ndani ili wewe funzo kwake na vijana wengine wenye tabia kama zake.
Tunaweza ongea.
Just keep quiet. No, just keep quiet.
Afisa, afande, tunaweza ongea. Tumetoka mbali.
Hiyo nitakusort, usijali, hiyo nitakusort.
First years, listen carefully. All information should come from the school officially, and for any news, you should follow the news desk, the notice board, and the university staff. Do not follow random fourth years to give you information. Actually, utalia, and you'll be alone. No one will wipe your tears.
My fellow first years, university is all about growth, not shortcuts.
Freshers,
be smart.
Msidanganywe. Thank you.
Freshers, msidanganywe. Portal haiuzwi. Unit hazinunuliwi. Last group, as we usher out the Vice Chancellor, a small dance of 3 minutes only. Dance group, quickly. This is all again purely of freshers. Fresher, msidanganywe. All sport teams, all drama, choir and dance groups, tomorrow we are meeting at our training venues from 9 to 12. Please, kesho hakuna classes. Mtu asinidanganye ati kuna class kesho. So let us all meet there tomorrow. If you have not been able to meet because of classes, let's meet tomorrow. The last group will entertain us with a small dance, trained within 2 days. Karibuni.
Utukuke niwe milima Buda wacha story kama unisho to your blessing basi Buda wacha story Dojo mabe Tunisha speaker mashito
Sort your mix.
Niwe milima ama mabondeni Utukuke niwe milimani ama mabondeni Utukuke tukuke. Kama unisho tula Yesu, basi buda wacha story. Kama unisho tula buda wacha story. Kama unisho tula blessing, basi buda wacha story. Dojo mabe, Tunisha speaker, imashito fire, we light it up. Dojo mabe.
Number uno sisi tunachafua medale sio machinching. Number one, number uno sisi tunachafua medale sio machinching. Mini uno nkikuita unatii unasikia. Mini uno nkikuita unatii unasikia. Mini uno nkikuita unatambariza kiuno pinika kinika unatii unasikia.
Weko 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 weko
Uko singo hapana
Wanja miaka ginewe Wanja miaka ginewe Niga tena ni Facebook Simita Aloremo
Bembe muhasi wangu yunga muhasi Usime wange weku moyo Bembe muhasi wangu yunga muhasi
Sweet melody.
Thank you. This has been done in 2 days. This has been done in 2 days. All groups, all sports groups, all drama music groups, tomorrow at the training venues, communication is going through your groups from 9 to 12. Tukutane wote kesho. Asanteni sana. Thank you, Vice Chancellor. Thank you, Prof, for gracing.
Thank you. This comes to the end of orientation, but the rest of it is our common sense, and we have to use it properly. We are going to have a prayer, then by our DVC ARA, then thereafter we are going to have a photo with our Vice Chancellor and Pro Chancellor. Then thereafter we are going to have another photo outside there. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you so much, Dean. As I pray, I want to repeat. Services in MKU are not sold. If anybody comes to you with any other gospel apart from what we have told you, please, I will not tell you what Paul said, let them be accursed. I will say, come to us. If anybody walks around and tell you to give you money, to give them money for anything, units, exams, and anything, please walk into our offices and let us know. We will not send you to the police. Before you go to the police, just come to us and we will deal with that very carefully. I am really impressed by that because it is a very important message. So my work now is to pray, and I want us to stand up and bow for a word of prayer. So let's bow for a word of prayer. Father in heaven, we want to thank you for giving us the opportunity to be in Mount Kenya University. We thank you, dear Lord God of glory, because you have facilitated our parents and our guardians to be able to bring us here, O King of glory. We want to thank you for good health. We want to thank you, dear Lord God of glory, even for the start of a good semester. And we want to commit ourselves before you, King of glory. As these students start their journey in MKU, Almighty Father, they have had quite a lot, Almighty Father, during this orientation period. And we pray that, dear Lord God, Father, you may help them, Almighty God of glory, to take into heart what they have had. Because it is in doing that that they are going to be wise and they are going to enjoy their stay in Mount Kenya University. We want to pray that, dear Lord God, you may protect them. We pray for security, we pray for good health, and we pray, dear oh God, Father, that you may sharpen their intellect, oh God, so that even as they interact with their lecturers, they are going to be endowed with knowledge, and they are going to grow in every aspect, O King of glory. And now, dear Lord God of glory, as we come to the end of this orientation period, we pray that, dear Lord God of glory, you may go with us. And we pray for the rest of the afternoon, O King of glory, even as we engage in our classes and other activities now and even over the weekend and in the days to come. We pray for your grace, we pray for your guidance, and we pray that, Jehovah God, that you're going to be with us in every aspect of the way. We commit ourselves before you, God. We commit the teachers who will be teaching them, O King of glory, that they are going to be sensitive to their needs, and they are going, Almighty Father, to have even the patience, O King of glory, to guide them, Almighty Father, so that as they have aspired to get this knowledge, O God of glory, they are going to find that their choices for Mount Kenya University will count. We pray that, dear oh God, you help us even as an administration to be able to work with these students, O King of glory, and when they finally accomplish their dreams, O King of glory, glory and honor will come back to you. We bless you and we honor you. For this we pray in Jesus' name.
The mic.
VC, first, you'll just move forward. All of us to stand. All of us to stand on the downstairs.